The music sounds better with you. Love might bring us back together. I feel so good. I feel right. The music sounds better with you. Love might bring us back together.
I've walked through the valleys of the wilderness in time, only to find out that you have love in places I can't describe. Yeah. I need you. It's the sunrise. I just wanted to let you know I love you. Don't ever let go, 'cause the sun don't shine when you're not around mine. And I could never be without you. Singing the sun don't shine, the sun don't shine, the sun don't shine, the sun don't shine without you, without you. The world is space and time, your love is mine. The sun don't shine, the sun don't shine without you, without you. When I saw you rise the other day, I felt my worries just seemed to melt away into you, into you, yeah. I just wanted to let you know I love you. Don't ever let go, 'cause the sun don't shine when you're not around mine. And I can never be without you. Oh yeah. Saying the sun don't shine, the sun don't shine, the sun don't shine, the sun don't shine without you,
With flexible royalty-free plans, mix and match your assets.
Baby, give me some
Get one. They like Bugsy on the miss. Go, go. They like Bugsy on the miss. What you on? Let's go, 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 go. They like Bugsy on the miss. He on the miss. What you doing, bitch? I'm getting to that chick. I'm just trying to multiply my bricks. Niggas on that whole shit, so I ain't really trying to kick. No, finna get y'all ass a brief in the miss. Hold on, let me take a breather for a minute. Put my phone on D&D, get to them racks to start my day. I can fucking check up quick and get that shit back in the day. If you ain't helping me succeed and prosper, you just in my way. Niggas got this shit confused, they think this shit back in the day. I ain't wanna do them like that, it just had to happen that way. Nigga playing with the game and he must wanna go away. Since a shorty, I've been doing me, fuck what they gotta say. I ain't performing at no show unless I'm leaving out with pay. They like Bugsy on the miss. He on the miss. What you doing, bitch? I'm getting to that chick. I'm just trying to multiply my bricks. Niggas on that whole shit, so I ain't really trying to kick. No, finna get y'all ass a brief in the miss. Hold on, let me take a breather for a minute. Hold on. Get money, I'ma rep this shit until I die. Nigga, I ain't letting shit fly. I'm the president, I'm trying to run an enterprise. Heard they looking for some smoke and I ain't finna have. It's just me and Skoom about 2 jocks in a rag. First nigga played and he gon' turn a homicide. They like Bugsy on the miss. He on the miss. What you doing, bitch? I'm getting to that chick. I'm just trying to multiply my bricks. Niggas on that whole shit, so I ain't really trying to kick. No, finna get y'all ass a brief in the miss. Hold on, let me take a breather for a minute. Hold on. Yeah.
This is outrageous. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not a thief.
We want to help you, Mr. Valentine, with a home of your own.
And that was a fake, right?
We paid $35,000 for it. An employment with our company.
Who knows if it gets like, maybe this will just be the content of everyone's all day, all week. You know? It's fucking retarded. These are fucking weird. You know, one thing I can say is, some people out here probably even have fake kids with sound bites for their fucking kids' voices. Because there ain't nobody out here would be a father to a daughter that would be fucking behaving like this. No,
That's
period.
Bullshit,
and you can call it non-gender
kids.
dynamics. You can be like, oh no, my daughter will never grow up to behave like you. Garen fucking teach, your daughter won't be as sound as me if you have a daughter and you're someone who drags women. Right? Period. So you don't see the relationship, that's because you're a faggot with a child.
Bex, they're dragging me. Who are you? So are you saying it's okay to drag me because I've got a penis? So if somebody has, because of this is, Bex is a sexist. Bex is a sexist. Bex is a sexist. Bex, you are a sexist. And that's disgusting to me. I find it disgusting that you are a sexist. Disgusting.
That's because you're a fucking guy who likes to have his dick sucked by other fucking men, whether it's real or not. Or you're fucking racist and you just assume that, you know. Anyways, I'm talking to the dad out there. The dad.
I was about to say, now who's, I know you're not accusing me of racism. What? What?
Out there that got judged by the people for putting his daughter's face online. It's not a real kid, you guys. It's probably not even a real kid, right? So, I have a father like that. And I am a chip off the old block. And I am a chip off the old block. I have a father like that. And I am a chip off the old block. I have a father like that. And I am a chip off the old block. I have a father like that. And I am a chip off the old block.
Pimp. This hustler, this womanizer has been married the whole time.
Mic check.
Think about it. And the reason why they have to do it this way is because they have to keep it in the family because it's the family secret. They can't trust no outsider with this.
But what I don't have is the desire to be in a relationship. But what I don't have is the desire to be in a relationship. But what I don't have is the desire to be in a relationship.
This show is going to hell real fucking quick.
Now you listen to me. I don't like you. I never liked you. And the only reason I gave you that stupid Valentine is because nobody else would.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
See, that's why I mentioned psychological warfare, because she is a chip off the old block, meaning she's adept at psychological warfare, and she was using psychological warfare against me, which is why I said, well, I can do psychological warfare all day long and twice on Sunday.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you?
That's a huge bitch!
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones.
Hey, keep it in the circuit!
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away?
That's a huge bitch!
And come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight. You say you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe. And you are still not mature enough to tell it like it is.
All right, you all know the drill. When your number is called, step forward and repeat the phrase you've been given. Understand? Number 1, step forward.
Adrian Kenyon.
Just chilling, smoking, holding my dick.
Number 2, step forward.
Adrian Kenyon.
Chilling, smoking, hand on my dick. Do you want to feel it?
Knock it off, get back. Number 3, step forward.
Adrian Kenyon.
Thank you for traveling.
In English, please.
Excuse me.
In English.
I don't do second takes. Here, bro, you take it. I'm done.
Number 4, step forward.
It was bullshit. The whole rap was a setup.
I can't read English. Sorry, officer. No.
It was all the cops' fault. You don't put guys like that into a room together. Who knows what can happen?
Hand me the keys, you fucking cocksucker.
Why wasn't it made illegal? To me, that did not add up. It was too unreal. So when I was 11, I became ill. I fell into depression. I stopped talking and I stopped eating. In 2 months, I lost about 10 kilos of weight. Later on, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, OCD, and selective mutism. That basically means I only speak when I think it's necessary. Now was one of those moments. For those of us who are on the spectrum, almost everything is black or white. We aren't very good at lying, and we usually don't enjoy participating in the social game that the rest of you seem so fond of.
On your channel, and it's that rap has taught me a lot. Interestingly enough, stand-up comedians, amateur stand-up comedians on the island here, they were all into rap battles. Wordsmithing is crosses over, you know, storytelling, comedy.
Hey! Not nice. No, thank you.
Giving talks like TED Talks or Toastmasters. I get exposed to a lot. Rap has taught me a lot. Interestingly enough, stand-up comedians, amateur stand-up comedians on the island here, they were all into rap battles. Wordsmithing is...
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
Last week, Duchess of York Sarah Ferguson visited the Big Apple and showed off her 14-pound weight loss. Hopefully, this will not interfere with her official duties of sitting on her fat ass all day long.
Jesus Christ, this tape is making my nuts rub together. It's gonna start a fire!
I'm sorry that I'm fat. I don't like when people like they feel. Sometimes you're like, yeah, you know, I'm fat, and they're like, It's under my control, you know. It's not like weather where I'm like, oh, these fat pellets are raining down on me. Like, it just happens, you know. And sometimes when I'm eating and I feel feelings, I'll be like, nope. I'll just bury those under this. This is true. Every time I go out to eat with somebody, at least one person will be like, hey, man, why are you sweating? Like, what's up with that? You know we're not racing. I'm like, we're not? I thought we were racing. No. The biggest boost to my day, I think, is when I eat myself out of breath. I don't know if you've ever done that before. It's fun when you're eating and then you go, and then you have a chance to think about it. You're like, why did I just stop to take a deep breath? Oh yeah, my body also needs air. You fat fucking turd.
This week in Minneapolis, the Minnesota Obesity Center officially opened. Its goals? To find ways to identify behaviors that lead to obesity. Also, it's a good place to meet fat chicks.
Warming little girl.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you? You gave me that cut. Yeah, I'm just being honest, bro. It's not even like I'm not trying to knock her.
No, it's funny, though.
But yeah.
Mic check, mic check. You he. You he. Mic check. I'm getting them ones, okay. No doubt. Got Pam in the building. Hey, Jen in the building. Got Alchemos in the building. Shadow and Light in the building. Don McRun in the building. Paul in the building. Hey, yes sir. Lay low. Lay low. Got Kai in the building. What's going on, Kai? Hey, salute to the grand old chat room. Salute to the grand old chat room. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. Love is in the air. Up in crazy town. Hey, what's going on? Hade's in the building. Hey, Snap. I want a quick word, bro, real quick, before my other panelists join me. I want a quick word of Snafu Snaps. I want to know how it feels to be, kicked off Love Island. Snafu Snaps. Hit that link, Snafu Snaps, before my regulars join me. So shout out to my people, them. Mr. Baxter in the building. Ruled by Saturn in the building. CC in the building. There you go. Who else we got out there? Don't leave me waiting, Snaps. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. Love is in the air. Every sight and every sound. All right, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself. All right, for Snafu Snaps, real quick. We just want to get a quick update from Snafu Snaps, right? Snaps, I want to know how it feels, right, to be done over by a Bex. How you feel about, the newfound love once again between King Stephen and Sexy Bexy? I want your thoughts on that, King Snaps.
Well, Mr. London, big ups to you, sir. I gotta be real. I'm in a digital experience. I just shared some real info about Kiwi Farms and their PDF optics and Mr. Pedograph and how flow is tied. But when it comes to Bex, the digital experience, I warned her. And I ain't gonna lie, let's just be real. Everyone who's watched this Pepe the Frog chick, okay, she has been flippity, floppity, floppity, flippity. So when she was cupcaking to me, I'm gonna cupcake back. When she's not, yeah. But let's just be real. The optics are the optics. Poor Bobby got his heart broke. I'm just glad that Epic Video brought light to Bobby's story.
I agree.
But I gotta say the optics are high because, yes, King Ding-a-ling, Mr. Ring-a-ding, Mr. Steve, who says we must call him King David. This newfound love of Bex and Mr. King Ding-a-ling is interesting because he still has all the shit up on her, right? But then I said maybe I'll address the situation on my channel with Bex. And of course she freaks the fuck out. I've had your back. I've done everything. I blah, 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 blah. Bex, you know what? I'm just going to be real with you. Everyone who's watching you since you came has seen a flip-floppity optics. Now, if you're going to fucking claim it, you claim it. I tell people broke bad for life. That's why Paul, I tell them all. fucking I just stay to me. Just like kind of you stay to you, London. I've noticed that. You're you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have allies, we have enemies, we have acquaintances, we have people we like, we have people we don't like in this digital experience. My whole thing with Bex is I've noticed the feminist optics, because 1 minute she's with the granny panties, next minute she's not, next minute she is, next minute we're not. And obviously we witness the optics with you and her and everyone else and Z and da-da-da. I mean, if she doesn't think that we, the crew, didn't know this going in, and it wasn't like we were playing her or anything, it's just her optics are flippity flop. So with this King Sting Dingaling Steven fucktard, I give it maybe a month, maybe less, but something will happen to where she's going to feel betrayed again. And it's going to be this victimized status again. And truth is, that motherfucker don't give two fucks about anyone, really. He tries to intimidate people. He tries to act like this guy who has it all religious. Like, no, it's fucking crazy, man. And I don't know. I don't know. Like, cause I gotta admit, you know, she was one of the peeps that was standing to the truth, yo. I also seen her. I seen her optics from the start. So did crew. We gotta fucking not lie to ourselves. And it is something we talked about. Don't get me wrong. Many of the crew are like, dude, flip flop, and we're like, yep. Looks like a bunch of fucking samples everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow. It is what it is, London. I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Your video was like almost as epic as Talcott clip shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I sent that shit to crew. I might have to just replay it. Like, that shit was epic.
Yeah.
And really, I don't care if I get your permission or not. I'm just gonna go for it and you can strike me, but that shit was epic.
There you go. There you go. Take that, man. Take that. Run with that.
No, I appreciate it. Look, like, let me ask you this. You and Bex used to be close, in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say the flip-floppity optics, you were the first one we witnessed it kind of with. Then we witnessed it with Benton, and we witnessed it with this, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, you know, of course it's going to hit on the crew and us. But what really blew my mind is it was with the Stephen King Ding-a-ling character. You know, because at first she kept going back and forth to the Me Too granny panties. 1 minute she wants to be a feminist and embrace her body. And they're all beautiful. And the next minute, fucking, nope, fuck that. Fuck them Me Too bitches. I'm my own independent woman, blah, blah. But the truth is she fucking talks about some weird fucking shit, man. Like, I ain't gonna be lying. I think that bitch needs laid. But I don't know if she can get laid.
I thought maybe.
And you brought something to my attention now that I never thought about. I got to be honest with you. Because, okay, with all jokes aside, you know, because we do kind of look into some real shit when we try, you know, I know I'm jokes, but like when we talk, like I said, watch my newest video. It's going to make Flow State look like a piece of shit he is, supporting who he is. But here's the deal. You kind of mentioned something in that video about Bobby, and it does make me kind of wonder how much donations did that guy maybe send to Bex?
Oh boy, I don't know.
That's why I'm MGTOW, man. These chicks, dude, even the ones who are non-feminist or feminine, like, they'll fucking work a dude. And Bobby was like in love.
Yeah, he was in love.
He was in love. And I guarantee his wallet was in love. If Bex fucking maybe, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to make too much assumptions, but that video made me think.
It made a lot of people think, oh, where's he gone? Okay. That was Snafu Snaps. I don't know what happened there. Hey, 420 if you got that. 420 if you got that. Okay? Shout out to the grand old chat room. Shout out to my circle. Shout out to my circle. There you go. Alki said he's lighting up a fat one. Wicked. Good stuff. I'm down to my last little thing here and I'm rolling a next one as we speak right now. Right. So yeah, I mean, someone asked me in the chat, where was it gone? When did Bex and Steve become friends? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I just locked in one day and I just saw them in love again. I was like, oh, that's cute, man. That's very cute. You know, but cute, but weird. It's almost like Chucky and the Bride, right? Remember Chucky and the Bride? Bride of Chucky and shit. Anybody remember Bride of Chucky? Yeah, that's what that shit's like. It's love, but it's a creepy love, right? Salutes to that. They found love, man. It's love. I think it's love. It's you know, like I said, the Bride of Chucky, and then you have the Joker and his little crazy wife, right? I don't know, maybe maybe Benton could bring me up to speed. What is it, Benton? Is it love? Or is it some form of sacrifice? Are they sacrificing each other without neither of them knowing? Harley Quinn, there you go. Harley Quinn, thank you. Bexy Quinn. Jeez. Yo. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Well, we here, man. We here. We might as well, you know, it's 4:20 time, Friday. Happy Friday, right? Happy Friday. The show don't stop. We just begun, right? Happy Friday.
This is outrageous. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not a thief.
We want to help you, Mr. Valentine, with a home of your own.
And that was a fake, right?
We paid $35,000 for it. An employment with our company.
The woman you see about to be interrogated by the police goes by many names. In fact, she has used almost 24 different names over the span of 2 decades. It turns out that her real name is Kimberly Kessler.
Are you sleeping?
And yet, the hypocrisy that spews out of the mouth of some people is just insane. It's insane. And the ability for people to sit on panels of like nobodies and psychoanalyze me like there's something better than me is just disgusting. You know, it really is. It's disgusting. And I had enough disappointment in my life with the real life people that I chose to engage with. Like, this is just people on a screen. And I definitely don't need to repeat these patterns on a daily basis just for everyone's entertainment or my own. You see the weird comment of, I used to like her when I knew Bex when she was just looking for the truth. How did she get wrapped up in this stuff? You're like, the fuck? You know? Seriously.
The detective seems to have Rebecca Broom under pressure. She seems to be cracking in every department. Let's send in Detective Harris McGee, see what he can find out.
We need to make sure that Harris McGee can function even if the filters are down. As you know, YouTube is cracking down currently on the use of artificial intelligence. We understand that. We don't need that kind of power in the hands of terrorists or LARP terrorists or YouTube terrorists. So we will comply with YouTube's current stance on reducing the amount of artificial intelligence used. I would keep an eye on the Talcott clip collections and the Gorilla Gems. They've just released a production that a fair amount of AI used in the production of that feature. So we'll keep an eye on them in the future days to see if their YouTube visibility is maintained and continuous. So let's see.
You know, if someone loses their mind because you suggest their children are sound bites, they probably are. Okay, so, you know, oh my God, I can't believe you accused his children of not existing. I can't believe you accused him and his, I can't believe you accused him of actually lying about having children. I saw them down on so-and-so's panel. Why is he showing his kids now, huh? Why does someone show their kids now? You know? Because someone accused them of not being real, right? So he's borrowed someone else's children to exploit. It's just fucked up, you know? It just so fucked up.
It's hard to read the chat with my aviators on. So tonight we're going to conduct some routine investigation. We're going to interrogate some panels.
And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully. You know, it's like, it's just a beautiful, tragic comedy that is a perfect parody of my life, you know? So yeah, if this is what this is like with a bunch of strangers in the universe, right? I just go back and just live my life, you know? Which I already was avoiding long before this panel channel shit. Like nothing here was made me not thrive in my life. I already wasn't thriving in my life. That's how I ended up here.
You want to be one with them for eternity? Why would you be? That's a bear yawn, everyone. That's called a bear yawn.
But I've had times, many times in my life where I would say, considering the way the world operates, that it is a level of, you know, more like surviving than thriving, and we've learned to accept it. But that's like a world problem.
Love, love, love. All you need is love.
And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully.
Love, love, love. All you need is love.
And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully.
Love, love, love. All you need is love.
And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully.
Love, love, love. All you need is love. She loves me, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a whole world has that problem. That there's an opportunity for us to create a world where we all don't just consider survival and getting by as the best that we can do.
I love singing that. I rub at people's faces. I try to provoke people to really start thinking more, thinking deeper, and questioning what they've been spoon-fed their whole fucking life here. Whether it's in music, television, the news, government, school textbooks, whatever. You've been fed a bunch of shit. New age shit. Love, love, love. All you need is love.
And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully.
Love, love, love. All you need is love.
You know, we understand that every single person on this planet deserves to thrive.
Fed all kinds of witchcraft, fed garbage, a bunch of garbage. A bunch of garbage. You've been fed a bunch of garbage. Forget about it. You've fed a bunch of garbage.
And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully. And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully. And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully.
She loves me, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I need to hibernate until spring. This is the best place ever. Come on, everyone. I need to hibernate until spring.
And the funny thing is like, oh, Beck, she's such a liar and a bully.
Love, love, love. All you need is love. Love, love, love. All you need is love. Year-he. Hey, I mean, it's love after all. Oh man, I'm happy, but I'm cringed at the same time. It's a funny feeling, man. I don't know. It's yo. All you need is love. All right, say no more. That's all we need, folks. That's all we need. Grand old chat room. What's going on? Who we got down there? Let me have a quick look. See. Yes. All right. Yo. Oh Lord, I see my folks down there. This is the good folks time, right? This is the good folks time. They know who they are. Hit that motherfucking link. Hey. If they're happy, I'm happy. I can imagine boys saying that with both of his hands, you know, like the mafia. If they're happy, I'm happy. If they're happy, I'm happy. What's going on, fam?
Hey.
How we doing?
I'm good. And you know what? Snafu was up here and I agreed with everything he said. Just saying.
Ooh, there you go.
And I hadn't been saying that here recently. He's on point. I wonder what changed.
I wonder what changed exactly.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Bex thing. I happened across her because she was live today, and for some reason I hadn't unsubbed from her yet. And she was starting a narrative that I'm a tranny, and I don't have any problem with my trans brothers and sisters. But what does she have against them? Because she was talking about you, me, and Voy really bad.
Okay.
And then she started calling me Pam the tranny, and she didn't even know I was there. And I find that offensive. There's all kinds of people on the internet, and I don't know, it's just so inappropriate and so bigoted.
There you go. I mean, there's no class over there. She got no class. She's just firing off the mouth. She don't know where she's standing, but now she seemed to have found love and a home once again.
Yeah, but but it was funny because she discarded every one of those people that were defending her. Like Snafu came in here with guns blazing defending her, and look what he gets.
I know.
You know what I mean? And he accuses me of weaponizing. Bex weaponized him. And he fell for the bait, you know?
Yeah.
Like she completely manipulated him.
Mm-hmm.
I've never manipulated anybody. I don't talk to anyone in the metaverse. It's just crazy.
That's it. I mean, she's doing a lot. She's saying a lot, you know. It's quite entertaining, to be honest, but at the same time, I wonder if she's aware of the things she's saying.
Defending her. And look what he did.
Mic check. Not a refugee. You're echoing.
He accuses me of weaponizing. Bex weaponized him. And he
You're echoing, not a refugee.
How about now?
You're good now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No problem. How we doing?
Oh, really well. Thank you. I just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate you and love you. And shout out to Pamela, Barbie Sasquatch, and Aphrodite Rosefire, all the ones that's being bashed.
Mm-hmm.
They
Oh,
don't
thank
deserve it. Never have, never will.
There you go.
Well,
For them to
darkness
do, yes.
darkness likes to attack the light, so it's okay.
Absolutely.
I've dismantled energy so much greater than any of those people. Bring it on.
I hear you, sister. I hear you. I have in my lifetime as well. I just I just can't believe that I did try to defend her and befriend her like many of us have. It's just despicable what she's doing. And all for what? I mean, who is this benefiting? Her and Steven? Or, I mean, how is this helping?
Exactly. I mean, I think they're trying to build a secret empire over there, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. He's been doing that for years, though. Even before he started making videos, he was a troll army on other platforms, and many people know. I mean, I just heard a little bit of what was going on this morning on Boy's channel, and I was just appalled.
Mm.
Yeah. But it's all good over here.
There you go.
And I was told by someone this morning that used to be in Bex's life that I need to protect my heart, protect my kindness and genuine authenticity, and to not watch her and not watch. Well, I don't watch the Sandy Machine, and I haven't watched her in over 2 weeks because I saw what was going on behind the scenes, and I was not happy with it. So yeah, I blocked her, and now I'm being talked about. But he's been calling me Trash Luna for 7 or 8 months since I left over there. I couldn't stand how he treated people. Pretty much the same as Mushroom. He called him out, and then it was a circle jerk trying to explain why. And of course, with narcissists, they deny.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. Is Jeebus coming up?
I'm not too sure. I did see him down there in the chat earlier. Jeebus, you down there? Boy, you down there?
I'm not used to StreamYard, so I see maybe a couple people's when you put up one of their comments, is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, that's comments you're seeing.
I see Divine Spark. I love you.
Yeah.
I love her.
There you go. 313.
Yeah,
she's a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you can tell, and just by how people are on, with their voice or in chat, their energy does come through.
Oh yes.
And it's just lovely.
Jeebus has said he's here, but he's just driving. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like him and Sarah too.
Definitely.
I don't want to stay up here. I just wanted to ask you if you can see my icon picture.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I can see it. Let's pick it up.
I thought it
Where
was
does your opinion come from? Yeah.
I think it's a little boy looking at his butt in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I laugh at myself because I think it's hilarious.
Mm. I took a snapshot of it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found that the other day, and I saw one that I was gonna use. You know, with it was a guy, a funny guy looking guy blowing bubble gum with a big bubble, and you know the saying about I'm only here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Yeah.
Yo, I like that shit. I
They
like
say that back
shit.
home a lot. I like that saying. I've heard that a lot.
That's cold.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's
and I
cold.
love your accent, Pam. It makes me feel like home.
Oh, thank you. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm in Arizona now, but from Oklahoma.
Yeah, my mom is from Alabama, and I was born in the 304, just like Illuma Tommy, and I wanted to talk to him about that, but he's hard to talk with.
Good luck on that one.
Oh, I know. I've seen him. I mean, I remember seeing him years ago when he had hair. So he ain't changed a bit.
Tommy still Tommy. I give him that. He's still Tommy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he has a really comedic side to him. And I've seen that come out, and lately I've seen him pretty calm for Tommy, and he really does act like he cares. So, I'm like a lot of people, and I want to see the good in people, but and I'm an older gal, and I'm retired and partly disabled, so I'm still the same as I was when I was young. I'm not thin-skinned, but I do have a soft heart. And things really hurt me when I see other people being mistreated. It really does bother me. And I've cried for people that I don't know. And now I'm kind of mad at people that I really, really don't know. I mean, I've maybe talked a handful of times, but people seem to think that, the way we are online and the way we are in real life is different. But for some of us, it is not. It's absolutely not. Some people are a character, and the one I was talking to this morning, that's what he said. I'm just a goof and I do my thing on YouTube, but I'm not this way in real life. And I was like, oh, well, that might say something about you then. But he said, you're a kind person and you need to protect your heart and stay far away from that one. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Protect the energy.
I see Gary said Pamela is a Route 66 kind of gal, I bet.
Yep, you know it.
There you go.
So in did you say Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool. I just watched a homesteader guy that's in Oklahoma, and he was talking about his chickens. He has a big sign that says "Be careful of the miniature dinosaurs."
Nice. They will get you. I grew up on a homestead with on 40 acres, and we had chickens and all that kind of stuff, and they'll come after you.
Wow. Do they really? Now he was saying that chickens eat mice and small snakes and all. And
Yeah.
I know. Wow. Wow. Then do you have chickens?
I don't right now. I live in the Phoenix suburbs, but we do plan on moving to southern Arizona. And once we have funding to have a well drilled and stuff, and at that point, we'll look into something like that. I'm a bit of a prepper, even though I live in the suburbs, though.
Right. Me too. I do as much as possible. Man, that's so great. That's awesome. Yeah, I wondered about chickens though, because I never knew what that dude was talking about, and then I was amazed that some people keep them caged up, and like then the coyotes and stuff come for the mice and the other stuff. So he said that it was better to let them free range because they take care of all of those pests, all the critters.
Yeah, a lot of people will let them free range during the day, but have coops they put them in at night. That's what we did.
Oh yeah, to keep them safe from the yeah. Because I used to live, well, when I lived in West Virginia, I lived way out in the woods, and the owls and the hawks would even swoop down and try to pick up my cat. Yeah, I just see their shadow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd see their shadow and I'd be like, oh crap, and I'd run out and grab the cat, and they were, just about ready to swoop in. So
Yeah. You know what? I've seen people upload footage on the YouTube of those big birds of prey, like swooping down into people's gardens and grabbing their cats and small dogs and just eating it casually on the fence, just not even flying away sometimes, just eating it in the garden.
Right in front of the poor owner. Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I heard me echo, and I'm not going to stay up here. I want to go back down and chat and visit and listen. So thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem.
Nice to chat with you.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it would work, and I'm thrilled to know that it works now. So I'll be less afraid of trying it.
Nice.
All right. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, London.
No problem. Much love to you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Much love.
Peace out.
Bye. I don't know how to go.
Oh, I'll put you backstage and then you can figure it out. I
think she figured it out.
No, she's there still.
Oh, there's a button that says leave studio. It's a red X.
Can you see it? It says leave. Okay, yeah, she's gone. Good stuff.
She's so awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
We've had conflict in this community, but we've also gotten some really good people because of that conflict. So light can come out of darkness.
I agree with that. Totally. I agree with that. 100%. I've come across some cool characters in the midst of all this. So yeah, you're right. Good stuff. 420 that. 420 that. I wanted to put something on real quick. Let's have a look at this. 1 second.
Sanity Machine has been a complete failure in his attempt to build a YouTube cult. I have exposed him on this channel, showing his true colors and intentions, from buying fake views and calling it sorcery, to Vril Society, which he never addressed and stopped showing the Vril Society intro on his videos after I called him out, to his hypocrisy, harassment, bullying, and attempt to darken your spirit. However, he was quite successful in making a dent in the soul trap topic. He drew in new viewers by telling the truth about the nature of this realm. And he gradually evolved into this psychopathic character who refers to everyone as demons and lizards in an attempt to put a dent in the topic that his channel is built around, the soul trap. But anyone with a rational mind could see through this guy. He's all over the place. He bought fake views and called it sorcery.
That many likes in less than an hour.
He bought fake views.
It's way higher than 1K. You got to refresh.
Called it sorcery.
You're seeing some sorcery, some magic. I'm a magical being.
He called a guy a Freemason because his cap had a checkerboard pattern.
What a freaking deceiver. And underneath the brim of his cap is the Masonic checkerboard. It's right there. I see what you are, dude. You've been exposed. Totally exposed. Put stuff like this on the brick wall, the masonry. She has a brick wall here.
Wait a minute.
From his singing, calling himself a king,
the cream of the crop on Sanity Machine. And I am King Stephen. We bring the madness.
to his puppet shows.
Oh, back from the post office. Sherlock Holmes and I are on a car ride, taxi ride on the way home. Stay home. Save lives.
Oh, security! There's a crazy guy out in the hall.
Oh, shit.
iGuru clips.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my gosh.
iGuru returns.
Well, that's embarrassing.
To his baseless accusations.
She has the vertical. I'll just say that. I'll say it that way. Because YouTube has really been going after my channel lately. All of my channels, they've been attacking me, and I don't want to lose them all.
Blatant bullying.
I think this creature here was spliced with clown and slug DNA, or maybe leech DNA, or parasite DNA. Pull up the screen with your fat face.
In hypocrisy.
Orange equals 33. And look at the Freemasonic pose, holding on to the glasses that way. It's all right there.
If we follow your logic, based on how frequently you use the number 33 and other Masonic symbolisms in your paintings and videos, we must call you Satan himself.
Stop it. Get some help.
What are you looking at? You've never seen a hypocrite before?
He demonstrated that there are still a few people in this world who, no matter how ridiculous you are, not only they will find a reason to follow you, but degrade themselves to call themselves your harem wives. However, his back and forth with one of his subscribers, known as Bex Factor, was the final nail in the coffin. When Bex first appeared on his live stream, 2 months ago, the two appeared to get along, due to their lengthy conversations.
And I really appreciate you always welcoming me. Plus, I think we've had a lot of time together, and now we're getting to that point where people are saying in the chat, you guys are like brother and sister, right? You know? Yeah.
I appreciate your intelligence, your perspective. It was great to have you as a guest. I'm always happy to have you. Okay, thanks for being here, Bex, and great to see you.
Thanks,
as always.
guys. Much love. See you later. Mad love, I should say. Bye for now.
Mad love to you, Bex.
They went
mad love, indeed. Wow, let's keep going.
On each other's live streams and talked for hours about various topics until a minor disagreement turned this wonderful, lovely king into a raging monster who began bashing her for 2 months. He mocked and harassed Bex via live streams, community posts, and videos. For 2 months, she alternated between criticizing him and asking for his forgiveness. She is all over the place, much like his king. She went from slandering him to apologizing in short videos, emailing me and saying TSM's days are numbered, making more videos calling him out and comparing him to a serial killer, and repeatedly begging for his forgiveness. Complete insanity.
A few moments later.
I call Bex the trash Muppet lady now. I gotta make fun. She seems like the trash Muppet lady. The trash Muppet lady. The trash Muppet lady. Gingy Bex. Trash Muppet lady. I do use it as an insult here. Muppet, I call that one the trash lady Muppet. Trash lady Muppet. Bex. Trash lady Muppet. Trash Muppet lady. Trash Muppet lady. Where's the trash Muppet lady? The trash Muppet lady.
It was then that I contacted Bex and asked her to speak out against harassment and take necessary actions. She agreed, and I guided her through several conversations about how to report online harassment to YouTube. But then I realized she appeared to be playing both sides.
Woo.
I was suspicious that she wasn't eager to report TSM at first, despite the fact that he had bullied her for 2 months straight. 2 days later, I banned her from my Discord group, and soon I discovered she was begging TSM to forgive her and let her back into his harem. But Steven refused for a month and continued to bully her.
So maybe one of the ways to get one of the psychopaths calming down, I did.
She's worried, and she's obsessed. Worried.
So, but another we could get some
She's
of these
obsessed.
idiots with
Obsessed.
From he who has perched himself highest in the metaverse, running around self-proclaimed king.
Your streams suck. She might just end up eating herself, swallowing herself. Bex has openly said she got a boost of about 145, I believe, something around there. Subscribers from me posting links in my chat. I could tell most of those people unsubs from that channel. It's shit. It's sending people over here to sabotage my channel.
A week ago, Bex emailed me to say how much she appreciates my assistance and that Steven's days are numbered, while the harassment was still ongoing. Steven called her a narcissistic demon in a video 5 days ago, but 2 days later the two went on a live stream for 12 hours as if nothing had happened. They are all over the place. They create drama, involve other truth channels, divert their attention away from their research, and when that fails, they regroup to devise another strategy. Anyone who watches this insanity would believe Soul Trap is for insane minds. What you present to the world depends on how you behave and who you are. If you act crazy, you can transform the most obvious truth into the most ridiculous conspiracy. They executed this flawlessly. TSM and his mindless followers mocked Bex for 2 months, calling her fat and comparing her to a heavy weightlifter, and they are now best friends again. I'd gladly give these two lovebirds the Amber Heard reward for running the best clown show on YouTube.
I do not recommend Bex's channel anymore at all. I had posted links to her channel when we had good discussions previous to this, but I'm taking back my recommendation for her channel. Unsubscribe from Bex's channel if you're subscribed over there. Do not subscribe there, and do not chat over there. And if I recommended her channel in the past, that was a mistake. I encourage everyone to unsubscribe from the Bex Factor channel. Unsub from Bex's channel. That's the way most people found her channel. Unsubscribe from her channel because it's shit. It's trash. Her subs are not wanted here. She really is nuts and delusional, because I'm not going to apologize to her at all. I mean, she's on Team Evil. She's solidly on Team Evil, and I don't want her around here anymore. I think Bex just seeks drama. She seeks degenerates. She seeks felons. She seeks creepy weirdos. And you know what I'm saying? Like, she seeks drug addicts and alcoholics. That's what she loves. She's drawn to that. She's really drawn to that. So she has zero loyalty to me. She was a fake the whole time she was on here. Did you see the size of Bex's hands? He's got man hands for sure. And no neck at all to be found. No neck. Bextra Large and others. Well, Bex didn't seem to be too upset at all when Crimes of Beauty went down. I think Bex's goal was to take this channel that you're on right now down. She's a lot bigger than he is. She could eat Danny DeVito, I think, as a snack. I mean, she's huge.
He's like
she's
a little
enormous.
fun size. He's 4'10", you know.
She's missing a neck. What happened to her neck? She's one that should have stayed in the factory and never came off the shelf. I mean, it's defective. I gotta say, there's no neck involved in her. I can't believe it, but it's just like a head sitting on top of shoulders. After what she did to me and my channel, I think she helped get Crimes of Beauty taken down. And I think she was trying to get the Sanity Machine channel taken down. She rage quit here. She was disrespectful. After all the things that she said and did, I gotta say, I get to the point, and maybe it's my personality type, where I just don't feel if I'm mean to them or make jokes, too bad. She's said enough about me on her channel. She's done so much that I don't feel sympathy for her anymore. And I'm not asking anybody else not to feel sympathy or sorry for her. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't care about her. If what I'm saying bothers her, too bad. She said horrible shit about me, compared me to a serial killer, all kinds of horrible, horrendous things. She lied about me. She tried to gaslight me. She did all kinds of things. She got one of my channels taken down. I think I have a right to dish some back out in terms of her. And she dished out a lot, and she can't take it coming back unless it's, tables full of food, banquet tables full of food. It seems like, because she's just enormous. And but she's the one that says that she has a beautiful body and all this stuff. If she calls that a beautiful body, I don't know what she would. I don't know what she would call horrible, because most men, they wouldn't even think of standards. They just look at her and go, ugh. I gotta be honest. They just find her gross, and that's just the truth. So Bex, if it hurts your feelings, too bad. You said so many horrible things and lies about people. You've made yourself uglier on the inside than on the outside, and I really think she's a complete fraud, complete liar. And she was lying when she was on here, pretending to look into Soul Trap Topic and Hell Realm. Now she said on videos, I was never into that. She misrepresented herself. She was faking, acting, lying, and
She did that with me, Your Highness. She did that with me also. Okay, she did that with me.
I don't respect it. I don't respect her. So regardless of her body, if she had the most gorgeous body in the world, I would still say she's a horrible person. That's what I would say about her.
And I feel like sorry for her and sad just how she is. Just, she smokes a lot and she's probably like going through a lot, We're all kind of going through shit, and just like, for me, I
she's
could
going
see
through a
that
lot of food.
she's gone through a lot of stuff in her life, probably,
A lot of food. She's going through a lot of food, a lot of
Yeah, it's probably like,
foods.
you eat a lot when you're like, you get overweight and stuff, you just
I bet she eats a lot.
It's like a coping kind of,
I don't know if she could fit out of her house at this point. I gotta say, Bex, when Bex said that she's got the shoulders for this battle, I don't think she can fit through a doorway. I think she's stuck in her house at this point.
I just don't want to
gotta
make fun
say-
of her. Steven, I like when you make fun of her like that, I feel like weird to hear you.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
just trying to lighten it up, but I really don't like her. I gotta be honest. If
I know
sound
her
mean,
character.
I don't like her. She's not a good person. I make fun of her weight.
I just
and
don't
her
like
looks
making
and
fun
her
of her
hair.
physical because we don't really know her.
Well, I know what bothers her.
What did he say?
Well, I know what bothers her.
Gotcha, bitch. That's how it is.
They are now friends again. They did a 12-hour live stream 2 days ago and are now live again. What happened to all of that back and forth drama? How is any of this name-calling, drama, and hatred going to help anyone get out of here? Even so, some people waste their time watching this clown show and believe they are fully awake. It's one thing to change your mind about someone, but it's quite another to slander them for 2 months before becoming friends as if nothing happened. If you're too gullible to believe it was just internet beef, well, good luck to you. They are all over the place. Clearly, they are not mentally stable.
So we should just confess right now. It's all orchestrated. It was all orchestrated. It was
There
all
you
for
go.
content, all for your enjoyment game. Even the emails.
Book him, McGee. You're going to the station. Got you red-handed, Bex. You just confessed.
I was just fucking psyching you out, Demon Slayer. I was just fucking with ya.
Gotcha, bitch.
One of the
Okay. Nicely done. Nicely done. Interesting. Yeah. Wait until Harris McGee gets his hands on this tape. Yeah.
That is a mentally unstable one if I've ever seen one.
Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I'm waiting to see if it's really love, but I don't really want to put my foot in it. It could be love, you never know, It could be love. So it is what it is. If it's love, salutes to love, right? Salutes to love. You can't hate on love, Pam. Can't hate on love. Yeah, buddy. Big drink tea in the building. 420 if you got that drink. Open panel, feel free to hit that link. Come and say hello to your boy, man. Come and say hello. 420, come and say hello. Don't be scared. What's the weather like over there, pal?
It is nice and warm.
Nice.
And it was in the 70s here today. It's about that time of year. We're doing a lot of outside work.
Okay.
Planting gardens and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that. What are you planting so far?
We planted we have some squash growing, but green onions. We have a lot of citrus on the trees and we harvested that. And then we've got a lot of, we started peppers and things like that, lettuce.
Nice. Peppers. I like peppers.
Yeah, we eat a lot of spicy food. Do you guys eat spicy foods over where you're at?
Oh,
like
yes.
Pepper and all that?
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
I love it. The big peppers, the small peppers, the hot peppers, the sweet peppers. Pepper's nice. Even the sauce, we have the hot pepper sauce over here from the Caribbean, the Jamaican brand.
Oh, nice.
I have it on everything. Yeah, I have it on everything. Some people would, like, I mean, if I ain't got ketchup, it's either that, but sometimes I like to mix that or I have more of the hot sauce. Oh, so nice. My tongue got immune to it.
I've been experimenting with my own types of like making ketchups and hot sauces and stuff like that. It's been a lot of fun.
Okay, you experimenting with that.
Because I'm trying to learn how to make everything from scratch, including like ketchup. And the first batch I made was actually a lot better than the stuff you get in the bottle. I want to make it a little bit more spicy next time, but I've been doing that and making my own barbecue sauces and all kinds of stuff.
Barbecue sauce. Now you're talking. Wow, nice. Nice. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Barbecue sauce, yeah. Any more canning recently?
Not recently. I bought, I have about 50 pounds of sugar I need to pack up and put away for long-term storage that I got today.
Okay. Nice. You don't stop work, do you, Pam?
No, I don't ever stop.
Yo, this girl don't turn off. Elbows are always working, boy. Jeez.
My boyfriend always jokes around. He says, "You're like a machine," because by the time he's gotten up, I've worked out and done this and that around the house already, and it's like I get up at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Big up to that. Good stuff. But yeah, it's more to that, Pam.
Great jobs on the experiments, London. I noticed you keep tweaking them.
There you go. Keep tweaking them. That's what we do for the moment. Just add on to the film, right? Editors direct. What's it called? How do they call it? Editor's cut or something like that. Director's cut. That's the one. Director's cut. Yeah. Shout out to Yemi. What's going on, Yem? Sister, what's good? Much love. Big up. Do you remember 9.5 with the snake segment with the cobra and everything?
Yeah.
Where we had that lady, the Asian lady from Chasing Gods.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she responded to one of my comments. I think she gonna have a look, see what's going on over here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had a few of her people from her sector have a look as well.
Oh, that's great. 9.5 was really good.
I agree. I like that one myself. Yeah, so that's interesting because there was a few people that I tagged in that one, so hopefully they all had a look at some point. So she's had a look. I think God Give Lemter has a look most times when I tagged him. There's a few other people I want to get more of their work incorporated or even work with them. I see value in a lot of content creators that are under the radar.
Yeah, there's so many. Like, for example, I wouldn't have known about Alchemist had it not been for here, and his stuff is, top tier.
Indeed. Yeah, Alco's got some good stuff. He's got some good stuff. Yeah, we need to do some more work, me and Alki. I just need to get some more just my content out and then start doing some more collabs. Yeah, we got a little project. We got something we're coming out with the Beast Files. Alki's gonna add some of his stuff to that, so that's gonna be cool. Brian in the building, Mr. Evans, what's going on? How we doing? Much love. Much love. There you go. I'm trying, I'm trying. I'm even including people like Mr. Talcott on this walk of life. He's a holy guy. That is a holy brother.
I feel really blessed to know Jack. I don't always agree with like some of his spiritual stances, but it's the energy that emanates from a person that matters. And like I said, I've never walked away from an experience with Jack where I just felt drained. I've always felt like revived or like refreshed.
Yeah.
And you can't say that about everyone. He has special energy.
Oh yes, indeed. Indeed. Yeah, cool guy. I still remember when he came on when we had Stephen up there. He still maintained, he was still humble. Mr. Talcott was humble. Like, didn't break character. He didn't spaz out or use any words that he shouldn't have been using. Yeah, salute to that. That's quite interesting.
Agreed. He played it like a true enlightened one.
Enlightened one. Yeah, Mr. Talcott. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, he's been getting harassed by a lady that's from his past.
Okay, the local lady.
She could be local. I think she's from his town.
I heard something about that on Paul's a long time ago, way back in the day. So is it the same one? I wonder.
Oh shit! Way back in the day. Okay.
Like a few months, like when I first started coming around here back in the day.
Possibly. I don't think there's too many psychopath ladies running around trying to tear Jack down. It could be the same one. Out to get him. V for Vendetta.
I don't understand that. There's people who's wronged me. But I subscribe to the if you want true revenge, then do better than them.
That's powerful. Yeah, that's powerful. I like that.
Doing better and, you know, shining brighter is like the best or the worst punishment for your enemies, because your enemies want you to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And when they see you succeeding, that they hate that shit.
Very true.
And that's why, like, with all this stuff with Bex and all the things she said about me, I don't give her any credence, because in life, like, I look at my life as a 45-year-old woman, and aside from needing a little more money, I have everything I want. And you look at someone like that and you see like they're not in a good place, and there's no aspect of your life you would trade places with, you know?
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So doing better is truly like the best revenge.
Yeah, I concur with that. Definitely. 420 to that. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey, Kai, what's going on? Hit that link. Hit that link. Come and have a smoke with me, man. Happy Friday, man. Smokey. Smokey. Hit that link. Come and say yo.
I know I'm smoking today. I've got strawberry cough in one vape and got a apple fritter in the other.
Okay, there you go. Nice. Niceness. Hey. Niceness. Meds. Got the meds going in. Got the medication. Niceness.
Well, you gotta have your sativa and indica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you blowing. Got that dank. Smoky smoke. Smoky. Yes, sir. Yeah, 420.
I've been needing to smoke a lot of weed lately with all the shit I've been seeing about me. It's been crazy, London.
It's madness. Madness. Hilarious at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
we take blood. We take blood and mix it into wine right over here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's all alchemization here. Me and my partner, I'll show my partner this stuff and we just laugh about it. And my partner's like, one of these days, he says, I'm going to join y'all's panel. He says, I have to warn you, it's all going to be trash talk about Bex and Steven.
Yo! Cold. Mm-hmm. Wicked. I like that shit. Hilarious. Shout out to Hobby. Big up. Yeah, good stuff. There was something. Where's my where's it gone? Can't even find it. It's not even showing up. Okay. There you go.
Well, Heidi, apparently I'm trans, by the way. That's Bex's latest smear campaign. She was calling me spammy tranny in her chat today, and she didn't even know I was there, mind you.
Spammy tranny, okay.
Now
that's
that
a
says
new one.
more. Now that says more about her than me. I guess I have a really good medical team, considering I have a 22-year-old daughter. I mean, my medical team must be top notch.
There you go. Hey, someone's projecting again.
Yep.
Yo. Oh no. That's what they do over that sector. I swear to God. Do you remember that day when
London, I don't get it, because it seems like she hates anything that's feminine, she's attacking me like over my my avatar.
Yeah.
And it seems like people like that, they want to tear down like true like feminine people. I have a traditional relationship, and it seems like she likes to attack that and family and like normal type things, and now she's like starting narratives, and it's sad because it doesn't make her look well to put down so many different types of people, you know.
Exactly. How you doing, Kai?
Hey, London. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Kai.
Doing well.
Good
Just
stuff.
a little shell shocked.
Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Oh.
That was wild.
I mean, after all, the hell realm is wild, right?
True.
Yeah. Source Creator definitely has a sense of humor if you look at some of its creations, that's for sure.
Very interesting.
It's
What's
disorientating.
What's the weather like where you are?
Oh, it's sunny, nice. I'm in SoCal.
SoCal.
Southern California.
Oh, okay, cool. Southern Cali. Cool. Nice, yeah. That's where the sunshine is, apparently. I think that's where Heidi is, actually. Is Heidi over that way? I think Heidi's in Cali somewhere. Yeah, the sun's always over there. Is that the Sunshine State? Is that Cali or is it somewhere else?
Yeah, it's definitely here for the most part.
Yeah, nice.
I thought it was Florida that was like the Sunshine State. I'm
I
not
think
really
they
sure.
call that Florida too, but it's really sunny in California like it is here in
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah, I'm basically out technically in a desert, and yeah, I'm not too far from the deserts. I'm just very careful about what I say online anymore.
You have to be.
You have to be. It is really. I had no idea, because you see so many people out there like just blabbering on about everything and anything, and you think, oh, I could just share a little detail or something, and like you can get completely attacked. And I think it's spiritual attacks going on more so. Targeting. I mean, the people that are the targets are like speaking the most truth. Well, at least truth that resonates with me.
There you go. Yeah, it's been wild. It's been funny. Like I said, love is in the air. Everywhere you look around. Hey. Loving it. I can't. Hey, if it's love, my bro. I can't even hate. If it's love, it's love. Love, doctor. That man swooped her off her feet and did what it did. Hey,
Yeah, but who is she gonna cry to when he does the same thing when they make each other mad? Who's she gonna cry to for sympathy?
Cali. Yeah, Cali. She's like the child in this.
Did you hear her say that? That's why she has the princess picture, because she's the princess, and she was saying that she's harem wife number 0. I only heard bits and parts of the stream. I didn't stay in there long. I just kind of jumped in. I saw Demon Slayer in there, and I just said my piece, and I was like, oh, peace, I'm out. Fuck you guys.
Demon Slayer. What? Demon Slayer was around?
Yeah, they were in the chat on the live stream.
Shit. When was this?
Earlier, that last live stream she did.
No
I don't
way.
even know. My sleeping schedule is so out of whack. So I was just up, and I was like, she was recommended. I unsubscribed from her, but you know how like channels will still pop back up because you're like still the content is related or whatever. And she came back up. I'm like, holy shit! I screenshot her post, her community post, and she's like, "You're cordially invited, King Steven or whatever the fuck, to come on my channel on panel." I'm like, holy fuck! What the hell is going on? She's everything. I feel so stupid now because I was so naive. I was like literally listening to her and I was actually feeling for her, like the stories that she was sharing. I don't know if anyone else heard what she was saying, but I was like thinking, I was in the same place that, you know, Trey Luna was, and I was like feeling for this woman, and then I realized, oh, you keep getting duped by these like really sick, twisted people.
They love it. I mean, they feed of it, man. They feed of it.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, like I said yesterday, right, when I opened my door to snaps, you know, so be it. I open my door to snaps. Some people may agree, some people may not disagree. But someone like Bex, I could never open my door to people like that again.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, if Bex is ever coming back here regularly, it won't be when I'm around. I'll be like, I gotta go, business phone call, bye.
Yeah, that is a different type of spirit. And I've been looking over that way actually when I've been doing a bit of research, right? I think that way over that side is connected to the parasite. Right, you're gonna see what I mean in due time. I promise you that. I've got something on that little island there. Very interesting. Yeah. It's love, man. What can I say? I mean, I hear wedding bells, I hear flutes, glasses clinking and shit. I hear toast, I hear celebration.
What if she is his girlfriend? Would that be a weird twist? Like,
that's cold.
I don't know.
I don't think of it like that. Yeah, imagine
well, she
that.
said they planned it all, so I don't know. I mean, don't they have anything better to do with their lives?
Nope. Let me answer you that now. Nope.
Like all the things that are going on right now, like all they have in their lives is it's just wild to me.
She is pointless and purposeless at this point.
You know, it's funny, right? When Boy was doing his little skit over there, right, I had a little tuning over there, and I heard her going off on Dom. I was like, what the
I
fuck?
heard that too. And then she started going off on you and me and Boy and Axe's Rat Blood and everybody else over here.
I missed that part. I think I tuned out and went back to Boy. So I didn't
I
hear
have
that
so
part.
much to do during the day. I tune in and I'm like, yeah, she's still talking shit. What else is new? And it's always she's always got London's name in her mouth every time I pop over there, either place.
That's true. And I just want to say, the moment I stepped in, I didn't want her to say anything, about anyone else's name, let alone mine. But she wants to draw attention. She wants to draw drama. So she started talking about you, and she's like saying, yeah, you fit like right along in there. And the weird thing is because I didn't know anything about you or her really. I was just listening in, tuning into, stuff. And I was like trying to figure out what's going on. And when she said, you're here's like welcome home here, like I thought she was okay with you. I didn't know that there was issues. And so I don't know, I just found it like a kind of foresight, kind of looking back, like, well, you guys have been really nice to me. I've never been on panel really. My first time was ever going on her channel. That was my introduction to that. So I that's where I was coming from. I was like not really knowing what was going on. I just was told about this channel through Trey Luna.
Yeah, just it's wild. She got a thing for London now. I don't know.
Well, Well, she's
know.
got a thing for me too. She's making up skits where
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
graping Venus with my chesticles, apparently.
What
So,
the
We had to clip that, yeah. He's
Yeah.
wild. He's
For what
unhinged.
it's worth. For what it's worth, I told her, like, just keep people's names out of your mouth. It just makes them seem to go after people more. So it's like you don't know what to say. Like, you
Yeah,
know.
but I mean, look, she's the boss lady. I've been telling you guys this. She just throws people under the bus. She can't just stand on her own shit and have a conversation.
Yeah.
It's got to be like, what about the time with you and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. Like, oh, stop that. Like,
well, like I said, I think she has a problem with femininity, and she has a problem. I think she has a problem with the fact that, like, I was older when I lost all the weight, and she's still the way she is, and she's upset that she looks like a busted up can of biscuits, and I look more like a Barbie. And so she's
True.
always gonna bring hate and shade. And it's funny, I couldn't even get a date in high school, and now I'm dealing with high school as a 45-year-old woman.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. Demon Slayer, though. I wouldn't mind having a coffee and a talk with Demon Slayer.
I agree. I would love that to happen, but yeah. I don't think people are wanting to reveal their voices, so I respect that. I wish there was a way.
Okay, got you.
I don't know if that's the case, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking. They want to protect their privacy because these people are, not that they're dangerous, not that I'm scared of them. It's just that they're, I never thought I would experience any of this backstab, betrayal, crazy making. It's just sickening to me.
Yeah. It's wild. Very wild.
Especially when you're looking for deeper truth topics and you're like starved on here on YouTube. Like that's how I felt. And that's why I was watching Steven's channel for some of those months. Like I didn't try to, because it's so hard not to watch all the content where he's harassing people, but I was like looking for what, the content creators that he was showing. It was like, oh, let me look this person up, I was like finding out new people in this community through that, and I'm just just looking at people. I'm not judging, I'm just seeing what they have to say. And it's so scary. It's so stupid that you can't go on another channel and comment or like subscribe to somebody else without that person flipping out and being extremely petty and like cyber stalking you, just going after you. Like it's hurtful to me because there's some people like I personally like talk to from that channel that I became friends with, and I don't know if I can trust them. And it's like, it's scary. It's scary that we've confided in people that talk to him,
Yeah.
Well, ultimately, I think it comes down to just having really solid boundaries and making sure what we put out online, we don't mind people repeating. For example, I've talked about my childhood here online, but from a place of victory and of conquering, because I've slayed all of the really bad demons in my life. And even with that, Bex has been running around the internet saying this and that about it and maligning me. And yet, at the same time, I knew I took that risk when I put that information out there. And obviously, she can't say anything to really hurt me because she doesn't have any relevance in my life. You have to be like someone I respect and someone that I admire and want to trade places with. And so ultimately, here in this metaverse, Kai, you got to protect your heart and protect your energy, and just take what people say with a grain of salt, and just practice kind of being detached and watching people how they roll before engaging with them, and finding like a good group of people. You're in good hands here, and there's a lot of other good places too, but just be careful with what you put out there, and you'll be all right. It's tricky though. I know what you mean.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you, but not even just things that you put out there, but like literally confiding in somebody that you were getting close with, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm distancing myself," and all this other stuff, and this we had aligned in many views. Okay, like we had bonded. We I thought I was saying like personally things, and I don't know like the levels of psychopathy, how somebody could like, not that I haven't shared this with others, or like it's just that people could hear one thing or one word and like completely twist it. Somebody could just twist everything that you said just to please, I'm talking about the flying monkeys, just to please these narcissists. And that's what Bex is doing. It's like she was gaining information from other people.
Yeah.
That's what they do though, and you'll never understand them because you're not like them. They're literally wired differently. That's why they can behave in ways that you or I or normal people wouldn't think of behaving.
Yeah, exactly. And I've learned so much from this. I will never, I'm done posting anything online like that. And, I'm just here trying to seek, deeper truths and the connections and all the beautiful things that you're sharing on here. And I'm just finding out, different channels, and, I can't deal with this stuff anymore though. I have my own stuff I'm going through and trying to build a better life,
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
let's focus on the now.
Yeah.
If they want to keep bringing up the past or going over other people's videos, making fun of people, I mean, what a sad and pathetic life. There's so many other better things that people could be doing.
I mean, every other day he's got a new upload where he's dragging somebody. A new upload, dragging someone else, dragging the same person. It's like, what's he doing?
That has to be criminal. Like, that's cyber stalking. I wish there was something that people could do. I mean, it's gotten to levels like I don't know when I discovered his channel, but it was probably like a little bit after Trey Luna was there, and it's like we weren't there for very long. Too long. At any point, like, click off the second you even see that shit. It's like it actually it hurts my heart. It really does. Just the fakeness. I don't know if anyone here ever watched his channel or
No.
I did.
Okay, Pam, you did. And like there were like some interesting things, and I thought the interesting things were sometimes more often by the stuff that he was critiquing.
I would agree.
Yeah, I was just like listening, and I learned a lot more about Freemasonry stuff that I didn't know about. But I mean, other than that, like the hate that comes out and spews out of that mouth is just so repulsive to me. It sickens me.
Jeebus is asking for the link, London.
Oh, I could head off. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Chill, bro. Chill.
No, I was going to say I found his channel too, and I listened to it for a long time. In fact, I commented frequently in his comment sections long before he ever did streams. But what drew me away from that material was his constant vitriol, hate, and anger. And I don't like to consume those type of energies.
Exactly. Me neither. Who does? Yeah. Other than if you're resonating on that level.
Those people?
Yeah. Those people.
Diamonds.
The diamonds.
What's going on, Jeebus?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Jeebus.
I just drop in. Maybe I call from the office.
Hold on, let me sort out your mic. Yeah, you sound good now. There's no Feedback.
How's
Hold on. He froze.
he's one,
Yeah,
two.
he froze. He's still frozen. Hold on, you're bogging. You're not even there. Can't even see you. Hold on. Is he there? No.
It looks like he's still trying to load in, and now he disappeared.
Okay. Yeah, I think because he's on the road anyway, his connection is not going to be solid. It looked like he was on the road, and it sounded like he was on the road. Salutes to Jeebus. Salutes to Jeebus. Salutes to the boss lady. Salutes to King Stephen. Found in love. Ooh, wicked. I still haven't even seen much of Ian lately. I wonder how he's doing.
Yeah, I hadn't heard from. He hasn't been on in a while, huh?
Yeah. I hope he's doing good. I hope he's gonna come back with a bang, got some more work. Because he seemed like he was focused on doing whatever he was doing over there. Yeah, so I ain't seen him in a while, so I hope he's okay.
Have you heard from a small town girl?
Not in a little while. No, not in a little while.
People's been asking about her, so I was just curious. Someone asked about her the other day, and I hadn't heard anything.
Yeah, I haven't myself. I hope she's okay, actually. Hope she's okay. I made the children send her a message, actually, but I haven't heard her respond. So it's like, whoa. But the message hasn't even been read. So, you know, I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay.
Heidi was saying that she thinks Ian moved his content to Rumble.
To Rumble, okay. Got you. Access in the building. Big up. What's going on? What's going on? What's Santan?
Gotcha, Alchemos. I hope that's not true, but condolences if it is. That's crazy.
What's that? Yeah, same thing she said to me. Same thing she said to me. So I hope she's okay. Yeah, big up small town girl. Much love. Wherever you are. Is she in the US? I think so. Yeah, I think she's in the US. I might be wrong, but I think so. That name just screams USA. That handle. Small town girl. Yeah, even when I just hear that name, if I didn't think she was from the US, I'd think that sounds like a US handle. Crazy.
She definitely thirsty.
Definitely. Hitting it off with the Canadian boys.
She literally asked Paul for permission to talk to Z, and not even a couple of weeks later, she ditched all of those people, and now she's with Steven, and now all the people that were coming on her panel don't get to anymore.
Hilarious. You know what's funny? When I had a listen over there, they were talking about what subscribers was there, and she was like, "Yeah, but they're all your people down there." He was like, "Yeah, they're my followers." He's like, "Yeah, but they're all your people." It's like, none of her people was down there. But when I had a look, I just seen like Christos and OTW. Like, yo, what's going on? All right, cool. There you go. That's your people. That's your people. Yeah, I love it.
When I was there, I didn't see anyone from here. It was just like Steven's people. I was like, okay.
That's got to tell you something. I don't know. It's fucking hilarious. It's love though, man. I mean, it's love. That's all I can say. It's love.
Oh, Venus, you didn't hear the latest thing that Bex came up with? She came up with a little skit. I think it's in one of London's social experiments. I'm supposed to be graping you with my boobies.
Yeah,
according to her.
Let's find that shit.
Maybe London will play it for us.
That's disturbing.
That's what I mean. That's why I draw attention to it. It's so messed up.
Oh my god.
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be here. I'm feeling good. I found out I'm bisexual a couple months ago, which yeah, but you found out when I walked up here. It's not really the mystery that I thought it was, you know. I look like I eat pussy at truck stops. It's been on the surface for quite some time, but it's good. I like dating women. It's fun. It's not as hot, I'll say that. And it's not because women aren't hot. Women are great, but it's just we get together and then we're so equal that it's like, that's a huge bitch. Okay. Where's the fear? You know, that's the fun part. Because if you're in bed with a guy and he chokes you, you're like, it's a huge bitch. I might die. Like, he's mean. Wow, this is about his mom. I don't even need to be here, I don't think. It goes right through you like a ghost, you know? And that's what I say after sex with men now. When he's like, was it good? I'm like, huge bitch. I'm just happy to help with whatever you're clearly going through. Like, it was a good session, you know? I think whatever evil was in your body has been transferred to me, and I'm gonna hop-a-tato that around Hinge for the rest of time. But that's just my role in this ecosystem. A messenger cell. Hey, keep it in the circus! Dating women it is fun. Being a woman, I'm about to tap out. I don't know if this shit's for me, dude. And it's weird because but I wish I'd been born 20 years earlier, just because I wish I didn't know that gender stuff was an option. Because it's such a can of worms that it's like, look, I got a little they, them bubbling up in me. Shocker. But I saw it and I was like, fuck. That's a huge bitch. I might be more lazy than I am transgender. It's in there for sure, but I'd rather ride it out as a weird looking lady, you know? That seems a little easier. But now I gotta do the whole thing. And, it's a good time to be whatever this is. People are nice. I called my dad and I was like, hey, I think I might be non-binary.
Freaks and ones that are obsessed. And ones that are playing with their goddamn gonads as they're watching this. saying that they're all woman and putting double X in their name
Non-binary.
when they're not double X. They're XY.
Non-binary.
They're XY.
Non-binary.
Okay? They were assigned a gender.
Non-binary.
Assigned.
And my dad is 60, but he really tried to get it. He was like, yeah, non-binary, like you're like Abby from NCIS. And I was like, no, she's just a goth. I don't know what you think this is. What? I was like, I'm non-binary. He was like, I love ugly, weird people. That's awesome. You know what? I'll take it. I think that's close enough. I think that's the best we're gonna get. I don't care anymore if old people don't get it. I know old people aren't gonna get they, them pronouns. I'm not walking up to an 85-year-old dude. Like, you don't know what an asexual demi-boy is? Fucking kill yourself. And he's like, okay, sorry, we didn't cover that in the war. You wanna fill me in? I know that guy's not gonna get my thing. I'm not gonna, well, I'm kind of like half a boy. And he's like, me too, I got my legs blown off in Vietnam. And I'm like, no, sir, you're a different type of half boy, but guess we're more alike than we realized. That is how I feel, though. I feel a little in the middle.
Welcome to Hollywood. Everybody comes to Hollywood, got a dream. What's your dream?
When I was a little girl, I would pretend I was a princess trapped in the tower, and then this knight on a white horse would come charging up and rescue me.
It's not slap. It's not
Snappy snaps. Have you ever had sex in a car? Go back to the car. Let's go back to the car.
Like, oh, it's not.
I am lost.
All right, okay. It's not like, oh, it's not public display of affection. This is straight.
Have you ever had car sex? Have you ever had car sex? I have had sex on a park bench. Yeah, right downtown, actually. Right downtown in a mini skirt.
Okay, so let's do it.
People walking all around.
Bobby. Go make Bobby.
It was a long time ago.
Hey, Bobby, I'm gonna fuck you just for this social experiment. And go fuck him on the bench in the public. And I guarantee it's gonna be different if you're fucking him in your car.
Okay. I have done both. I've done both. And even in the car, I've been caught by the police. How a heterosexual man admiring breasts can at all be, associated with PDF.
Uh-oh. How you doing, Mr. Snafu Snaps? How can I help you today?
Hey, Mr. London, I got a question. Is this the Rebuttal Bar, or has it changed to the Karen fucking hangout for fucking Me Too victim bar? Because I noticed the Nazi blocking has risen up, which never occurred at the Rebuttal Bar before. You yourself have showed Nazi optics lately. So I think you might need to change the rebuttal, because it seems it's more of a Karen hangout lately and a Nazi hangout.
How a heterosexual man admiring breasts can at all be, associated with PDF.
Pam, you know you're a Nazi. You fucking big tata, big organ boob chick.
Oh, come on. Have some class, buddy.
How a heterosexual man admiring breasts can at all be, associated with PDF. That also being said, I'll also say that, for somebody to say, don't talk about my tits and then talk about my body, right? Shut the fuck up, shove your tits up Venus cupcakes fucking vagina, okay? That's what I have to say to you, right? Just go rub them up right up in there. They're big enough to get right up in there, right? Both of them, right? Stretch it right out and, grape her with your tits, spammy. Sorry. I cracked myself up, friends. I cracked myself up. But that's also, that's the beauty of, that's the beauty of me. Is I'm my own target audience. And people are like, I don't find you funny. Good.
This is what happens when they hang out with Bex. This is what happens when they hang out with Bex. They get weaponized. Right? Yeah. They get weaponized, right? When they hang out with Bex, they get weaponized, and then they start, start going nuts.
The optics just get lower and lower.
Uh-oh. Bex, what it was trying to come up with a quick Bexcapades. Confessions of Bexcapades.
There you go, Venus.
Did Bex remember she was the whole person that started this whole body discussion when she was coming on here saying, "Ha ha, I was calling you Tits McGee."
Yeah.
It seems like she started it, and then she gets upset when I finish it. Like, I don't start shit with people. She started it, and then she gets upset when I fire back. I haven't said anything unkind about anybody until people started fucking with me, you know?
Exactly.
I lead with light, but you know, if you want some darkness, I have that integrated too. If that's how she wants to play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that's the way they're choosing. What's happening, Access? How you doing?
Access.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Had a really good stream last night. Had a baby truther come on, and you know, I got to say, my boy Cage, he came across really well, really coherent, and compassionately responsive. You know, you got to handle baby truthers in a certain way, and she was extremely overzealous with what she was presenting. But all in all, man, it turned out to be a wonderful stream, and you know, I think it was beneficial. But I'm kind of curious, Pam. You said that people are trying to get my attention. Beck said, "What about the rat bud?"
Oh, earlier today, she went on a smear campaign of a lot of people at the Rebuttal Bar, and she was saying that what she said basically was, "I'm not worried about Axis or his hate frequencies." And you have to understand, she was having a normal episode of verbal diarrhea, and she started with London, and then she jumped to me, and then she jumped to Voy, and then she threw in you.
Oh, okay. She was just nitpicking then.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't a direct target type situation. I've got a couple people that are waiting for the opportunity to get a direct shot at me, and I'm waiting, you know, because with me there is repercussions, and you guys know that. So just waiting. But I appreciate the information.
Yeah. Around here, we call her the bus lady, man. It's nothing new. She just throws everybody under the bus once in a while.
Yeah, right. I just try to pacify those people, man. Not even speak or deal with them, but occasionally they'll make a
Axis, you like went out the bat for her.
Yeah, I know. I have for a couple of people, but you know, I'm not going to change my position on any of it because at that point in time, that's the way that I felt. And I was trying to give, just like I was given an opportunity to have a channel and be a host that can reach the people through We Are Wake News. I'm going to continue that and pay it forward. And if I see the potential of somebody coming across in a productive manner, yeah, I'm gonna promote him. You know, I'm not against that. But she took a U-turn somewhere on the highway and started going up the wrong lane, and I just had to completely withdraw.
I hear you.
And yeah, it was you know, some people you're fortunate enough that you can plant some seeds and they grow, and you know they become wonderful hosts. I mean, Z took a big turn. You know, he was headed down a particular side of the road that wasn't beneficial to everybody, and now he's got a good show. You know, people enjoy his show, and there's a few others out there that took a turn. I took a turn even. You know, I was headed down a pretty destructive path, and it was brought to my attention that, you know, yeah, You know, you might want to look where you're driving because you got cars coming straight at you. And I like to give them a chance.
Do you know what? I think even Dino got thrown under the bus to some degree.
I haven't seen Dean.
I think he's on Marine's account.
Everybody got it. Yeah.
Well, did Dean disappear on us, or I mean?
He just said he's on Marine's account right now.
Oh, okay, Marine. He's not. Okay, there. Hey, Dean. It's been a while. Good to see you. Yeah, I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. I've got some love out there. I appreciate that, guys. Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah,
But,
sorry I haven't been making your stream access. That's normally my bedtime, or I would be popping in. I do enjoy your streams when I get a chance to make them. Sometimes on the weekends I stay up a little later, but I look forward to catching the next one.
Well, I try and fall in line. I've noticed there's kind of an unwritten sequence. You know, London will come on, then Z will do his show, and I try and follow up because that's my morning. You know, whenever about halfway through your show, London, is when I'm waking up, and that's my morning. And then I have my coffee with Z, and if I'm going to do a live stream, I go on after Z, and that way we're not stepping on each other's toes.
So is your time zone even later than Pam's?
It's early. Pam's on the later time zone out in Arizona. I think she's 3 hours different from where I'm at. When I lived in Arizona, it was 3 hours different.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's after 3 in the afternoon here, so.
Yeah, it's 3 hours different.
Oh gosh, that's wild.
Yeah,
Before I
but
hear that, it fascinates me.
Pam was where, you know, she was where I call home, and I am coming back. I'm going back to Arizona. I've done made up my mind. I'm going to take my son out of Indiana. I'm going to get the fuck out of Indiana, and we're headed to Arizona.
That's awesome.
Arizona, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that'll always be home to me. London, always be home to me.
Yeah, a few interesting things over in Arizona.
Oh,
I know I need to go see them too.
It's a plethora of just incredible visuals, and the people that I got along with the people great there, and what it has to offer as a state, it is just absolutely beyond belief. You know, from the mesas, the mountains, to Mead, to the canyon. Man, there wasn't a day that went by that there wasn't something to do, something that place had to offer, and it had nothing to do with indoor sports. You know, everything was recreationally outside, and even for the nomad, it was such a hospitable place.
Nomads.
Yeah, you should be about halfway through the snowbird season there, Pam, shouldn't you?
Yep.
What did you call it? Snowbird.
Hopefully they'll go back home soon. It should be pretty soon.
Yeah, it will be.
They'll
Just
go back
about
to Maine
6 or 8.
and Montana and where they come from.
Did he call it snowbird season?
Yeah, it's what we call the people who move down here for the winter.
Okay. Snowbird season. Interesting.
Yeah. It's when all the locals, well, there is a big cash influx into the economy there, as far as like the gemstone dealers and the the dealers of trinkets and nostalgia, especially the Native American stuff. But they're just as much of an inconvenience because they're just visiting, and they don't consider that to be their permanent residence. So you got a variation, and then that's nomads that just run rampant and wild through Arizona. You've got all kinds of nomads there. Van lifers. I'm sorry, go ahead, Pam.
Oh, the small town in Arizona that I'm moving to, they don't like snowbirds.
Yeah, I had my, the 3 years I had my run-ins because I was a desert dweller, and these people pull in with like trailers. I'm talking full-size homes on wheels, and they come by the hundreds. And oh my God, it becomes it's like Disney World for RVs, and you get to see every type of stock breed, every kind of person. The land management gets occupied. All of the RV and the recreational vehicle hookups become occupied for the winter, and it's probably not the best time to go visit Arizona. It is during snowbird season, but it is acclimatized wise a really nice climate for the weather. Well, I am coming home, Pam. I decided that
That's good.
I need to be back in the desert.
Oh, I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No, we were talking about the Arizona desert, and Axis was saying he's decided he's for sure going to move back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Nice.
So, was there something that sparked? Because I know some of the more obnoxious characters that have in the past made their presence very known is kind of backed off a little, other than a couple. And I hadn't heard anything from Bex or even Tommy for quite a while. I was surprised to even hear that they were still ranting and raving. I thought maybe they evaporated or turned to dust.
Yeah, no, people like that are always going to be around.
Wow. Well,
Tommy, I understand. Tommy's always going to be around, but people like that, it's different.
They just haven't been intrusive. But anyhow, I just wanted to ask and get the actual lowdown and make sure it wasn't a direct attack against my character or my kid. And I appreciate you letting me up here, London. And I'm going to pull a plug. Last night was a great live stream. If you get a chance, check it out. It's you're really educational on how to deal with overzealous baby truthers and people who have found the esoteric and find that a little knowledge seems to be like a lot of knowledge. So if you get a chance, check it out. You guys are great. Thanks for having me up and keeping me in the loop. All love.
Respect, Access. Much love, bro.
Much love.
Thanks for jumping up.
Oops.
Respect. Hey, mods, do me a favor. Drop. Is that Access's channel down there? Is that Access's channel done? Big up Access. Is that
Yeah,
it there?
Axis has been having some really good streams lately. If y'all haven't checked him out.
Cool. Sarah in the building. What's going on, Sarah? What's going on? What's going on? Big up, big up. That's Access. This is Access link right here. The last one right here. Nice one, Don. Yeah, the link right there. Salute, salute. Big up Access. You know, I actually wanted to show. Where is...
But it doesn't. It sounds.
Because you know we do it different. All right. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, Access. Much love.
This is I have got. Welcome to the Occult Rejects. In this episode, I'm very happy to have back on with me the mad scientist herself. I have got Lisa co-hosting with me, and I'm sure most people probably assume that just because of the name of the topic of the episode. Definitely sounds like something she'd be involved with. I have thought that this is, this was something that Lisa had brought up to me just in passing or talking about just weird science stuff. And I actually thought it was like really important. And I found it like really interesting. And I started looking into it more, and she started telling me more stuff about it. And when it comes down to it, and if you think about it, birds are also huge, in my opinion, in mythology, and you will see it in art. These things are popping up all the time. You have some gods that look like birds, especially in the Egyptian pantheon. So I was starting to think, maybe there might be something, here. In my opinion, it fit the Occult Rejects anyway. But I really thought like there was like something a little bit more here than we were already talking about. So we just
Off the bat, I like that already, right? For some reason, it sparked my interest when I heard birds being a myth, right? Because they're always depicted in these pictures as far as you go back and all these things like that, right? So it's like, well, even though birds are here with us now and we see them, but just the thought of birds being a myth, like, I want to hear more. What do you mean by that? Yeah, let's keep going.
So we decided to start, to cover this. And as we got into it, I'm assuming like she found more interesting stuff. And then when I started doing, my thing, I started finding some like really interesting stuff, even going back to the eyeball again with birds. And she will be like, getting into the vision of birds. And I guess I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to at least touch on before I start moving on. But again, like I just want to, reiterate, I do think, birds do show up a lot in art, a lot in tales. People may not notice it because a lot of times birds or animals themselves just show up in stories and you may not think much about it. But, there are a lot of times birds are involved with stuff. So I do think there might be something there. And not to steal some of Lisa's thunder, but like, part of it too is that birds do see more than we do. So when it comes to occult science, maybe there's something up with that. And then, that was like even another thing why I wanted to cover this is because science, in a sense, I do think that there is understood stuff about, the basic science or way our reality works that a lot of people understand, but most of the population doesn't.
Yes.
And just silly little basic stuff like this might all tie in to start making a big picture. But again, like, occulted science in a sense,
Mhm.
occultism could just be science that people don't understand, and a few do, and they could take advantage of that.
Well, some of the first scientists were occultists.
Yeah.
So to speak, right? What they called occultism probably was different, but I agree.
Yeah, so I do think this might maybe fall under that a little bit, possibly. Science that isn't really quite understood. It's a little bit hidden. Not too many people know about it, so it's a cult in a sense. I guess to get going, I'll bring up. Oops, sorry, I think
You're good. You're good.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Just for me to like kind of start it off a little bit, I was mentioning before, gods associated with birds and stuff. I did just for the, some of the listeners who may not know, or people not big into this stuff and just started listening and don't have much of a background or understanding. I will cover just a few pantheons and just mentioning, some of the birds and the gods that they were associated with. And then you might even see some of them being brought up again and again later on. In Greek mythology, you got Athena. Athena was often depicted with an owl, which was considered a symbol of wisdom in ancient Greece. And this is just very, people might want to debate this and that, but this is just very plain, getting to the point, bringing up the birds. Apollo, he was sometimes shown with a raven, a crow, or a swan, which were sacred to him. He also turned himself into a hawk to fight the monster Python. Zeus, he had the ability to transform into any animal, but he often chose an eagle, a swan, or, me and Lisa before, I think we're both like, is this cuckoo, cuckoo, like,
Right. Cuckoo. Yeah, I don't know.
that bird. He also sent an eagle to carry his thunderbolts and a swan to seduce Leda, the mother of Helen of Troy. Hermes, the messenger of the gods, the god of travel, commerce, and thieves. He could also be associated with Mercury and Thoth or Tahuti. He wore a winged helmet and sandals, and sometimes carried a caduceus, a staff with two snakes and wings. He also had a sacred rooster, which symbolized his role as a herald of the dawn. Aphrodite, she was born from the sea foam and was accompanied by a dove, a swan, or a sparrow. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the wilderness. She had a sacred deer, a bear, and a quail. Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, grain, and fertility. She was the mother of Persephone, who was abducted by Hades, the god of the underworld. She had a sacred crane, a goose, and a woodpecker. And I included this because, I don't know, just popped up in my head thinking of birds and Eyes Wide Shut. The piano player, his name was Nightingale. I always found that interesting. It was named after a bird. So I did kind of also look for Nightingale and other, if it pops up. In Greek mythology, the nightingale was originally a princess named Philomela, who was raped and mutilated by her sister's husband, King Tereus. She managed to escape and expose his crime, but he pursued her and tried to kill her. The gods intervened and turned her into a nightingale, her sister into a swallow, and the dude into a hawk. In Greek mythology, the ostrich was believed to possess the ability to foresee the future. Its keen observation skills and intuitive nature made it a symbol of divine knowledge and foresight. Similarly, in African folklore, the ostrich is seen as a creature of great cunning and resourcefulness. Now, getting into Egyptian, Horus, he was often depicted as a falcon or a man with a falcon's head. Ra, the sun god, who was sometimes shown as a falcon or a man with a hawk's head. Geb, the earth god, who was sometimes represented as a man with a goose on his head. Bastet, the goddess of music, who was often depicted as a lioness or a cat, but also had a connection to birds such as doves and sparrows. Thoth, the god of writing, magic, and wisdom. He was usually portrayed as an ibis or a baboon, but also as a man with the head of an ibis. In Egyptian mythology, the nightingale was sacred to the goddess Isis. The nightingale's song was believed to have had healing powers and was also a tribute to Isis's husband Osiris. In Egyptian mythology, the ostrich feather was a symbol of truth, justice, and balance. The goddess Ma'at, who presided over the judgment of the dead, wore an ostrich feather on her head. The heart of the deceased was weighed against the feather to determine their fate in the afterlife. In Norse, you have Odin, the chief god. He had two ravens. Freya, she also had a cloak of falcon feathers that allowed her to fly and shapeshift. Loki sometimes would change into various animals, including a falcon, a raven, and a salmon. Njord, if I'm saying that correctly, the god of the sea, wind, and fishing, who was married to Skadi, the goddess of winter and hunting. He had a pair of swans that lived in his hall. Roman, Jupiter is always depicted with an eagle, or a lot of times is depicted with an eagle, and that was like a sacred animal symbol for him. Minerva, the Roman equivalent of Athena, also had an owl as her companion and emblem. Mercury, he wore a winged helmet and sandals, just like when I mentioned Hermes before. He carried a caduceus, a staff with two snakes and wings. Venus, she also had a dove, a swan, or a sparrow as her sacred birds. Juno, she had a peacock, a cuckoo, and a cow as her symbols. Mars, he had a woodpecker, a vulture, and a wolf. In Roman mythology, the nightingale was a symbol of the love god Cupid, who was often depicted with a nightingale in his hand or on his shoulder. The nightingale's song was considered a sign of love and desire, as well as a reminder of the pain and suffering that love can cause. Yeah, that's pretty crazy if you think about nightingale and it's in Eyes Wide Shut.
No,
You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? If there is symbology for that,
Right.
that really does kind of match that movie in some of the weirder
Very
parts.
much so.
In Islamic culture, real quick, I don't even know how you say this one right. The hopo is a colorful bird that appears in the Quran as the guide of King Solomon.
Nice, Nick.
The nightingale is a bird that sings songs, especially at night. It is often associated with love, poetry, and mysticism in Islamic literature. The nightingale was also the favorite bird of the Persian poet Rumi, who used it as a metaphor for the longing of the human soul for the divine. The peacock is also shows up. It's a beautiful feathers and its majestic appearance. It is sometimes considered a symbol of pride, vanity, and arrogance in Islamic culture because of a legend that says the peacock was the cause of the expulsion of Adam and Eve from paradise. And the raven is sometimes shown as like bad luck or death in in Islamic culture sometimes. Yeah, I just wanted to cover just some of those, and especially because I mean it just worked out to where the birds that some of the ones we were going to cover regardless for specific reasons, either the chorus or something different about their eyes, a lot of them happen to show up on this list. So I thought I'd put this out there first. All right, so the rest is yours, and you can take it away for now.
Okay. So I think the way that we started talking about the Dawn Chorus was because I experienced going to somewhere to listen.
You know what? It seemed like what Nick put out there was much needed, right? Was much needed. But it seemed like he knows he had to get that out there because that sister's gonna start cooking right now. You understand? Like this girl here, when she starts going, whew, I like the way she builds, man. Quality stuff.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah. Proper. Let's keep going.
Listen to the Dawn Chorus itself. I traveled because I'm in Texas, and so I traveled up to the Panhandle, and there's a place called Palo Little Canyon, and that's why I put the pictures up here, and the picture on the right hand side pretty much depicts exactly almost where I was sitting. This is not my picture, but this is the canyon at which the sun comes over and it spills over or whatever. And so this particular time that I went up there, and it was during spring break, so it's right at the spring, equinox, and the air is still cold and whatnot. But I got up early from the campsite or whatever, and we made our trek all the way up to the overlook to where you could see over the canyon. So it's kind of like a flat area, and then it drops into a canyon, and then another where the sun's going to come up. And so we got there about 4:30 in the morning to be ready to listen to the chorus, because this is what, everybody had said, that the dawn chorus starts like at least 100 to 80 minutes before the sun even rises. And so we get there and it is pitch black. I mean, just completely dark. And then the silence was so deafening. Like the silence was so loud, you couldn't hear anything, which was incredible to me. That was impressive.
The silence was so loud. I've never heard those words before. That is cold. I like that shit. It's a new experience, but it just seems so loud. That's incredible. I like that. Someone just hit the back door. Let's see who that is. Oops, what happened there? Oh, you dropped your connection. Your connection, Kai. I'll give you a second. We give you a second to sort that out. Oh, connection still not there. When you figure it out, let me know. I want to keep moving. Yeah, let's keep going.
Impressive. And then it's almost like the sky's playing tricks on you because it's so dark, but everything is so silent, so calm, and then all of a sudden you hear like a chirp. And for us, it was a cardinal. And I'll explain, how it varies from place to place, but for us, it was a cardinal. And that chirp just basically broke the silence. And I would say it even broke the color of the sky. And then all of a sudden you hear another chirp across the canyon, and they start communicating with each other. And by the time you know it, they're all calling towards each other. And as they're calling, you see the light in the sky start to change. And by the time that they are at the height of their song, the sun is now breaking the horizon and spilling that light over the canyon. And it was just, it's so synchronous. It was so melodic. And it's funny because they're all different species and they should not have that type of melody, like almost like a symphony together. It should be complete chaos. Like if you're in a stadium, everybody's talking, it's complete chaos. You can't hear anything. And yet these birds of all different species had come together and started calling in this harmonious event. And so to me, it was life-changing for me. I think you and I spoke about that. I won't get into the cheese of it all, but it was something that I definitely think everyone should experience because it is a phenomenon of sorts. And you don't have to go to this specific canyon to experience it. You can go anywhere in the world to experience this at dawn. But so let me get into a little bit about what the dawn chorus is. And it is actually, so it's called dawn chorus or morning chorus, but it's a phenomenon where birds basically begin to sing minutes, anywhere between 80 to 100 minutes before dawn. And basically climb or the song basically crescendos and erupts into the climax, like right as the sun is going to break the horizon, and it's full on. And like I said, it should sound like complete chaos, but it doesn't. It sounds extremely melodic and like almost like a symphony. So ornithologists say that the reason that birds do this is to establish or reestablish territories. They want to see who made it through the night, you know, calling out across, you know, seeing, hey, did you make it? Did you make it? Did my girl make it? You know, kind of whatnot. And then also it's typically going to happen in the springtime. And this coincides with their mating season. So this is what ornithologists say, right? In all the papers that I read and what have you. One of the other things they say is that because the weather is cooler, the air is cooler, sound carries better over cold air. And so therefore the actual calling and communicating to each other is more effective this way. But and you know, if like after a rainstorm, the temperature drops, it gets cooler, that's when you start to hear birds singing. So they kind of associated with that. But predominantly,
See if Kai sorted yourself out. No, still not connecting. Device is not connected. It's a shame.
they are saying that sunlight triggers the vocalization, that when the sun comes up, that's when they start calling to each other. A majority of the birds that do participate in this are males. Males are going to be the loudest. Males are the ones that are territorial. Males are the ones that are going to establish nesting sites, be
There you go. Links dropped again. Nice picks out. Respect. Nice. I'll just wait for Kai to come back up. There we go.
There we go.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Let me just light up my stick real quick. 420.
Nice.
Let's go.
you know, the showy species in the mating situation, and then they're going to help rear the young. So they're pretty much involved in the whole process, and hence why they end up, I guess, participating the most in the actual calling. I think it's like over half females participate, but for sure all males participate. And so in the temperate regions, like, so you have the equator, like what we're taught, the equator, right? And then you have the temperate regions that are furthest away from the equator, where you actually experience seasons. You're going to hear the dawn chorus start around spring, carry all the way through summer into fall, and then completely almost be absent in the wintertime. But around the equator, you hear them all year long, right? Because they don't really experience a wintertime. But the singing in these equatorial lines, it's predominantly at dawn when the sun is rising. So even there, they show evidence of having a dawn chorus where there is no seasonality.
You know, it's wild. Even just thinking about this and just hearing what she's saying, right? It's like I'm being deprived of hearing magnificent sounds. Right? I'm thinking just the birds that I hear outside my local window is something to, you know, rant and rave about. But there's different type of species that, you know, give you different type of sounds. It's like, wow, it must be a wonderful sound to hear. Especially in those type of places. I mean, for you guys, it might be something you're used to, but for myself, I resonate with the sound of the birds in the morning. It's almost like a world alarm clock. When I hear that, like I could be in a deep sleep, right? And if my window's open, when that sound comes in the birds, I always seem to hear the cheep, 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 cheep. I just hear it, even just the one. I'm like, oh, it's about to happen.
Yeah, we heard the birds a lot growing up on 40 acres.
Yeah.
Even here in the suburbs, we have all kinds of flowers and plants, and in the morning it's nice to open the front door and open the windows and stuff and just listen to the birds. It's like it elevates your frequency.
Definitely. I agree with that. Yeah, I love the birds.
So I thought that's pretty interesting. The other thing was in Europe. The UK is the one that coined the phrase the dawn chorus.
Hey.
And usually their birdsong peaks around April and May, whereas in North America, it's like March and April. And I think it has to do more with, the sun and where you are in the latitude and so forth. So the individuals that do participate in the dawn chorus, because you cover them in the gods, and then also you're going to cover them in the gematria.
Look at that. Look how beautiful they are. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. Yo, look at this yellow one. Look at the black and red one. Look at the blue one. Look at the red-headed one. Look at the common sparrow. All right, look at that. Blackbird. The blackbird has a unique technique. I think it can mimic. Also, it can mimic a lot of other birds. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, quality stuff, quality birds here, man. Beautiful.
Is it's the blackbird, the song thrush, grosbeak, sparrow you mentioned with Venus, which is interesting because Venus is the first star that you see in the morning. And so you hear the sparrow calling in as well. The cardinal also, for me, it was the cardinal there in Polydor.
That is interesting. Yo, I like that. See, she just threw us a loop there. Did you hear that? She said that's tied in with Venus because it's one of the first birds you hear chirping when the morning star comes. That is nice. I like that. Brilliant. That's nice. I like that. Let's keep going.
Canyon. One of the things I forgot to mention was that where you are in North America is going to dictate which bird is going to call first. I believe like in the Northeast, it'll be the robin or the blackbird, whereas in the Southern Central, it'll be the cardinal. And then as you move over to California, it will be another species. I'm not even going to guess because I don't know, but it's going to vary. But it's going to be among these types of birds. These types of birds are songbirds. So they're obviously going to be the ones singing. But also these birds are considered passerine birds. And they
based in Baltimore or no?
Maybe.
I would hope, right?
Yeah, exactly. I would hope so, right? Because why even name, the Orioles after him, right? But I would think that it has more to do with where you're located, and then we'll get into who calls first and whatever. But then also it has to do with the latitude and so forth. Let's see what else.
One thing I do want to mention, I don't know if you get into it. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But
no, please.
Something that I did find interesting too, and it probably would have been maybe too much for the show, and maybe not as exciting. But a lot of these birds are also a version of a thrush bird, anyway, right?
Sort of, yes.
Like or then the family of it, correct?
Yes, and they're all considered what you would call a passerine bird, meaning that they perch and they're able to perch. And that's what ornithologists say, is that the fact that they sit at the very top.
I heard someone click. Oh, okay, cool.
Of the actual tree, they can see the sun coming over the horizon is a theory that they have, but of course we will go into more why we
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, like some birds too, where they tend to live higher up. Those tend to sing first, probably because they're perched higher. And I think they even mentioned. I've noticed that like ones that tend to stay in bushes more, they're one of the last ones to start singing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, so these are going to be your North American ones. And I thought that, and you and I had discussed this, I thought it would be interesting to also look at the European ones, right? Because most of the school of thought with belief systems or manuscripts that are written in occultism or any kind of like early type literature, whatever, happened in Europe or Mediterranean adjacent and what have you. So if we're seeing a common theme with the sun, with the eyes, and then with birds, why not look at the actual birds that are, of that area? So these are the birds that participate in the dawn chorus, and it's almost the same. It's going to be your blackbirds. It's your
See that bird right up there, the Eurasian wren? That's the same bird, the species that I located a crater on the moon. And when I threw it into Google, for some reason, it should have just been throwing up craters and stuff, but it threw up a wren, species of wren, letting me know that there's possibly a bird up there. And I see the Eurasian wren. That's pretty interesting. Eurasian wren. So this is in the Europe. So I've seen this one here, the European song thrush, the Eurasian blackbird. I've seen that one. The European starling. Okay. Interesting. The great tit. I see that quite regular. I ain't seen a kingfinch in quite some time actually. But yeah. Nice. Okay, let's keep going.
robins as well. Wrens are involved. Song thrushes are involved. Warblers are involved. One thing that is the great tit and the starling that are also involved. So you have a little bit of variation, but it's pretty much the same passerine songbirds that are involved in Europe as well. The other thing that I was going to mention, and I'll mention here, is the Mediterranean part. But so with these birds, because they can perch higher, they can see the actual sun coming over the horizon. Also, in addition to that, there was a study that was done in Ecuadorian.
Nick's got his cat up with him. Nice. I like it. I miss my cat.
Forest, I think it was in 2007. And they basically concluded that it was not only those who perched the highest, but it was the birds that had the largest eyes to their body ratio that ended up calling first or breaking or initiating the dawn chorus. And so it's believed that, and the reason I say believed is because it hasn't been officially proven, is that the larger the bird's eyes, the larger the pupil size, the earlier it will start to sing. So if you're looking at North America and you're like, well, who's going to sing first? I think that dictates who's going to sing first in what area.
I like that. So the bigger the eye, the first to sing. Is that what she's trying to say? That was interesting. That's what I got from that. That's what it sounded like. Interesting. Okay, I like that. Let's keep going.
And so this theory was kind of proposed in the 1960s, like over 70 years ago, and it completely remained unexplained. Nobody looked into it, nobody tested it or anything like that. And it's funny because now researchers are starting to revisit that theory that was proposed back then, that the actual visual acuity of the birds as determined by their eye size is basically going to dictate who does in fact sing first. And I'm going to read you a little quote about this because I thought this was pretty significant. And it says, sensitivity to light is a key factor in determining how early a bird will start singing. While it is not clear exactly why there's a connection between the ratio of eye to body size, there is a direct connection between the ratio and when a bird starts singing. Birds with the largest eyes relative to body size tend to start singing earlier, up to 100 minutes earlier of sunrise, than those with smaller eyes to body ratios. So at this point, they I think what they did is they captured a bunch of birds and they measured with calipers the size of the eye itself. And then obviously you had ornithologists who were documenting who was calling first and made the association. So I think that's kind of a little bit significant because it's kind of been like an underlying theme of ours, is that the whole eye thing, the sun, And then some of these people that we cover, you see them painted with birds. So even more so, I'm going to take it another step further. You actually sent me a paper that they did a bird survey in the Mediterranean. And I thought, this is perfect because most of the school of thoughts come from the Mediterranean area or adjacent, right? In that whole area. And it's funny that they looked at these because it was the same species that were showing up to actually call first, in relation to Europe and then North America. And then you see them pop up, like you said, with these gods or these deities that also pop up as well. And in this specific study that they looked at Mediterranean, they measured, and this is why I mention it, they measured that a total of 33 species of birds were involved in participating at the maximum activity of the vocal chorus. And I thought, come on, 33 of all numbers, right? And of course, they projected that that was the Mediterranean study.
Oh yeah, they'll do 17 over here.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's going to be a number that's associated of some sort. Yeah. And then I think another thing is that they've tried to explain it away, right? They've tried to say, well, it's probably circadian rhythms, it's testosterone increasing, it's mate attraction, light intensity, all kinds of whatever, right? And that's, probably all true. But I think a lot of it too is that ultimately they don't know, because it goes on to say, and I quote, despite significant research, literature, and consistent collection of data based on both observation and experimentation, the dawn chorus remains controversial due to the complexity and overall uncertainty associated with studying the interactions between acoustic communities, which are birds, and their environment factors that are diversely distributed in space and time, meaning that anywhere you go, no matter what the region, this happens. So it doesn't matter about vegetation. It doesn't matter about, I guess, latitude or anything like that. It happens. You have the sun coming over and you have the same birds showing up and they're basically greeting the morning sun. So to me, I thought that was something of significance. So if they said it has to do with birds' eyes, I thought, well, we also have large-eyed birds as well. Why don't they sing, right? Well, because they're not songbirds. But interestingly, I think you had talked about that looking at large eyes anyway with birds, they also show up with matching in terms of gematria. And we can come back to the large eye birds if you want to come back. And I'm just going to go through eye anatomy real quick. This isn't going to be extremely detailed or anything like that, like the eye series. But so you have birds' eyes that are proportionally larger than human eyes. So if you look on the middle graph, you see how this is an owl and this is a passerine. And passerine's that species of birds that the songbirds and that perches. But you look to see, and it's almost the same size of their brain. So their eye ratio to their brain is almost identical. I'm sorry, the eye size to their brain is almost similar, but the eye size ratio to their body is much more significant considering our body and our eye. So our eye ratio to our body, obviously, and theirs is much more significant, especially with these songbirds. The other thing that's interesting about birds' eyes is that obviously they're not spherical, but they are able to bring in a lot more image and a lot more light into them. And so not only do they have big eyes, but they have a large pupil. So you can have like a great image coming through and then having a lot of light coming through because of the pupil itself. I think if you watched our eye series, we talked about the fovea and the macula and whatever, and the density of cones and photoreceptors in a certain area. So these songbirds and a majority of other birds have like twice as many photoreceptors than humans do. So that's they've already beat us out on that part, right? And I think hawks also have much more cones than we do in the retina and so forth. But one of the things that's interesting about the photoreceptors is that they have highly specialized rods, 2 types of cone receptors, and 4 types of cones. So they literally are tetrachromatic in their color vision. We are only trichromatic. We only have 3 types of cones. We only see blue, green, and red. Whereas with birds, especially the songbirds, they have 4 types of cones. They see green, blue, red, and UV. So they are able to see the UV spectrum of the electromagnetic spectrum. So that already in and of itself, they can see something we cannot. So that already has you like, okay, well, this separates us. And, you know, when they have the whole talk about eyes to see or have eyes to see, we don't have the eyes to see like they do in terms of like the UV spectrum. So with like their photoreceptors, they can see UV light. I believe that the scale at which they can see is like 300 nanometers to about 700. We can only see like 550 to 700. So they already can see over 250 nanometers more than we can. And then if you look over on the right-hand side, you can see what birds see that we don't. So
that's fascinating, because like if birds can see that type of spectrum and type of light, right? And then it's like, that's birds in general, right? But she was saying the birds with the bigger eyes have more of a better eyesight. So can you imagine their eyesight compared to the smaller birds? That's fascinating. Wow. Interesting.
Learned something new today.
don't. So this is the image of a starling. On the left-hand side of that image, we see a regular starling that's black with spots of yellow or whatever. On the right-hand side, you see exactly what they're seeing, how the actual feathers themselves look like, not iridescent, but have this like UV shimmer to them. It is said that birds that can see UV have feathers that look like this, versus birds that do not have the capability to see UV light. Let's say, for instance, I don't know, I'm going to pick one, just maybe pigeons. I don't know. No, pigeons, I think, can see that. But anyway, a bird that cannot see it does not have the feathers because it wouldn't be evolutionary beneficial for that. And the other thing is that I believe the UV on the feathering indicates health. So that also helps with mating, right? Because they want to mate with somebody that is optimal health in order to promote their genetics. One of the other things with those photoreceptors is that is different from us is that it contains droplets of oil on their photoreceptors, whereas we do not. So the oil actually causes better clarity, acuity, and capturing the color more intensely. So they're able to see the colors more intensely. So they can distinguish shades of a specific color that we cannot. So now you're having them, not only can you see the UV spectrum, you can actually see better differences in the same shade of color than we would never be able to. So that's pretty much that whole on bird eye anatomy. They also have, let me say this one part. They also have this piece inside of the eye that's called the pectin oculi, and that has like blood vessels going through it, and that also facilitates the vision because it supplies much more oxygen to the retina, and the retina is obviously needing that oxygen, but it also provides like pH regulation, stabilizes the vitreous. I mean, it's just much more efficient than ours ever is. But the pectin oculi has a total of 30 functions, and it's pigmented with 3 to 30 laminae. So again, the number 3 shows up again. So I thought that was interesting to mention. But yeah, that's kind of what makes them different from us. Another thing that I noticed in looking at the dawn chorus is that there is a phenomenon called the dawn chorus, the electromagnetic dawn chorus. This was interesting to learn about because I had never heard of it. I don't know if you had heard of something similar, but it basically is something that occurs only at dawn. And so it's a change in the electromagnetic spectrum. And when you, I believe, try to capture it, it sounds like chirps and calls, whistles, sometimes musical, like a bird, which is kind of weird that exists within what is in the area. And so it's the phenomenon that basically causes the aurora. So like the aurora borealis, the northern southern lights, this is pretty much, you're seeing the electromagnetic waves as vibrations.
Wow. No way. No way. Is that what she's saying? Oh my gosh. Wow. Whether it's true or not, just the fucking thought of that. Wow.
It's an interesting connection.
Oh, shaking my head. I can't believe that. That is very interesting. That is very, very interesting. Wow. That's all I can say. Is wow. I told you she was gonna cook. Didn't I say that from the beginning?
You did.
I was waiting for a knockout blow, a right hand. Look, that was cold. Oh my gosh. That was cold. Whew. Let's keep going.
And if you hook up like a radio, you can pick up this sound. And I believe you actually need some kind of apparatus like that to even listen to this. The way that it was discovered was I think it was during World War I, that there were amateur radio operators that were hearing a sound and they were looking for enemy communication or whatever, but it picked up a sound that sounded like a chorus of birds. And so they nicknamed it at that point dawn chorus. But it only happens in the morning, and it's a change in the electromagnetic spectrum. There has been speculation, and I believe they sent probes out to see where this actual sound is coming from. And they said that it originates from the Van Allen belts, which, what have you. But all it is a chorus of waves or electromagnetic waves that consist of like rapid succession and have intense ascending tones. So it reminds me of when you're like trying to listen to the dawn chorus and how everything basically crescendos up until the moment that the sun breaks the horizon, and then it tapers off. And it's the same type of characteristic that the electromagnetic dawn chorus exhibits. My theory is the birds see this and are basically putting out vocally what they see. That is a theory of mine. Nobody has said that before. I haven't read that anywhere, but that is my theory. So yeah.
Cold.
I'm wondering, like, do you think they can hear it by visually picking it up?
Yes. Yes.
Because like I don't, I mean, because looking in the chat, I may have missed you actually specifically saying,
okay.
But because sometimes I get lost. That's why I do hate going live. Okay. So I don't want to be bringing up something you're like, yeah, I already said that.
That's okay. No, it's
but
okay.
I'm pretty sure, you were telling me that they also suspect, it's a theory that birds, pick this up due to their pupil and the electromagnetic frequencies.
They believe that they may be able to see this electromagnetic spectrum change because of the fourth photoreceptor that they have, that they can see the UV spectrum. But then also on top of that, they also have larger pupils, like you said, which allow more light in. So it's all of the above, I think, that they can see this UV change and quote unquote hear, see at the same time.
That's even like why I use the occult.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure there's birds that can also alter their sight, like they can use another lens. I'm pretty sure the reptilian blood can do that. They can use another lens to mask off. They can change it. This is interesting. I'm loving this shit. Let's keep going.
Occult Rejects intro. if you were to actually like pay attention, or like I forgot like the name. I got that from something that was like a long time ago, showing how sound was put onto an image. It's rather interesting. Like the image technically has sound. It's a little weird, you know.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. And I think in essence, I had no idea that they had UV capabilities. I had heard about it. I didn't fully understand it, but I didn't know that it was also specific to songbirds. And I didn't know it was specific to the birds that were actually singing the dawn chorus. So this in of itself to me was like, wait, what? You know, that actual songbirds had this capability and they were the ones singing at dawn. And it sounds like they're greeting the actual the sun. Oh, and another thing that I was going to mention, I saw because you posted something about Teresa. So in Canada, the Inuit, I believe, tribe or something like that, they have something associated with this as a spiritual event, and they only experience it, or this oral chorus, during cold and windless nights. Again, going back to the cold, the springtime, the clarity of hearing something, and the fact that these sounds are associated with spiritual events of these tribes in that area, which I thought was pretty coincidental.
Yeah, I definitely find this whole situation with the birds very interesting. You know, and again, going back to things I said in the beginning, you know, again, even some gods are even just associated with birds to begin with,
Mhm.
or have being able to fly. I
Mhm.
mean, I mentioned, Hermes and Thoth before. I mean, technically, you even toss Icarus in there. I mean, he had wings on his ankles, right, or whatever. I mean, just flying from his. There's still wings involved. But I just, and how important is the sun amongst
Mhm.
mythologies?
Right. Exactly. And maybe they can see it more and better. And that's why they were used in with these deities to be associated with the sun. I don't know.
How many
It's
thousands of
interesting.
years was like the sun, like the main god or main thing? You know, that's better come back or we're gonna die.
Mhm.
Right.
Supposedly.
Yeah. And none of this has been proven. That's another thing. None of this has been actually proven. All they have or speculation is eye size, and these are the birds involved. That's it.
All right. So at least at this point, I mean, I think this was at least educational. You know, you learned something you probably didn't know, and maybe some people did already. But
Hell yeah.
hopefully you got something out of this, just regardless of what we covered already.
Hell yeah.
I am going to get into the gematria part of the show, and then we'll be wrapping it up after that. This wasn't going to be a long episode. We probably figured around an hour. Since I have time, I might go into this a little bit more. I was going to just basically kind of run through it, but I do have time. I was going to start running some of these bird names through gematria. Now, when I had the idea, I was going to start taking like the Latin name or like all those like specific names, and then I was thinking like this is going to take forever, because like there'd be like probably multiple ways I'd have to run like the bird if I really wanted to get specific and do it thorough, at least on my liking. And I was kind of procrastinating on that because I really didn't want to have to do it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take like the English name of most of the birds and just run them and see what happens. And when I do cover the gematria, a lot of times I may just cover the English. And again, I do find it interesting that almost everything that I found that is going to point back to the eye again is in the English, which is what I suspected. If I was taking the English version of a Latin word, I would assume if the gematria is going to match, it would show up in the English, not the Hebrew, And that's exactly what happened with what I'm going to show. So all that said, I ran black a red start. In Hebrew, it was 496. In English, 804, and simple 134. This one was just covering it anyway. I found something. I thought it was interesting. Hebrew, you got gold keys, Texas, soulmate, fairy, goyim, Crescent Moon, Stonemason, Magic Square, Blue Dress, Smurfs. In English, you got 84, Tree of Life, The Voice of God, Veterans Day, Chinese Balloon, Global Warming, A Twin Soul, and March 11th. I just included that one because I thought it was kind of interesting. But then, like the rest of the ones I'm going to go through, it was like actually not hard at all. And you're going to notice a lot of these birds were the ones that we showed too. And I even read earlier. Red Start. That will be 460 in Hebrew, 630 in English, and 105 in simple. Now, when you go to English, it matches the caduceus. It does also match flamingo, another bird, and it matches the hyaloid canal. Hyaloid canal. So right there, you're also getting an eye part, which now also matches flamingo, which I found interesting because if you think when the canal goes to bend to adjust for the pupil changing, it would kind of go like a flamingo's neck.
Yeah.
So interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. Blackbird. That is 131 in Hebrew. And then the English is 372 and simple is 62. English, you will also match cardinal and you will match placata, which is another part of your eye. It also matches Elohim, Kofifi, Inku, which is another god, Mason, Jordan, Queen, Torah, Madonna, Jay-Z, Poland, Fibonacci, Black Magic, Terra, which is another god, Amun-Ra, On-Her, Medicine, Arcus, Hestia, and Nisoi. Those are all other goddesses too, gods. Then you go on to Cuckoo. That in Hebrew is 316, English 408. Which I find interesting with that because that's like the path of Tahuti for me, 4 to 8 or 8 to 4. And simple would be 68. That'd still be on the path. In English, I find this interesting. It matches Hermes and also matches Bowman, which is a part of your eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just like I know the caduceus isn't a bow, but I don't know. Interesting. There was an archer, Then Robin. You run that Hebrew 181, English 348, and simple 58. English, it matches sclera. That is a part of your eye also. Then I ran European Robin, and that equaled 622 in Hebrew, 918 in English, and 153 in simple. The only reason I'm including this one is because when it switched over to English, for the English gematria, it does match ipsissimus, which is the Astrum Argentum's highest grade. It matched that in English, and last night, after I noticed all these birds start matching part of the eyes, I did run a couple of eye parts across some of like the grade degrees and names for the Astrum Argentum, and did get a few more hits that match specific parts of the eye. So I found that interesting. Chaffinch in Hebrew is 84, English 348, and then 58. That matches Robin. I think I mentioned that before, and sclera again in English. Wren 1025, then English 360, and then in simple 60. In Hebrew, I thought it was interesting how it matched Jack Parsons. And then in English,
Jack
it
Parsons.
matches mucin, which is a part of your eye, quail, and raven. Inpu, the INPU. The other one that I mentioned before was a W. So you get like that god again, but different spelling. Orange for Peru, Kings, Black Cube, Juno, Selene. Then Warbler, Hebrew gematria 1088, English 474, simple 79. In English, that will match ganglion. That is a part of your eye. And it will match Tiferet and sword, Ukraine, mother, virgin, flower, nirvana, ravens, the plural, thrush, It's a type of bird. I
Yeah.
found that interesting that it matches in English, third eye, American eagle, and blue eyes. Also matches goldenrod and golden seal. Sparrow.
Oh.
Sparrow, at this point, I don't even have numbers down anymore because I was like, this is getting crazy. Sparrow. It matches, I'm not making it up to take my word on it. English, it matches macula lutea, which is another part of your eye.
Sparrow.
Also matches
Macula.
Elon Musk, Adolf Hitler, Christmas,
Yeah.
COVID vaccine, Portugal, meditation, Sputnik.
Jack Sparrow. And that is a part of the eye. Okay, so that's affiliated with the eye. And there's a part where I was watching Radiation Matter. Shout out to Chris. That's what I'm saying. There's a part that I was watching on one of his streams the other day where Jack Sparrow was looking into. Well, he was trying to locate something, but in order for him to find it, he had to look through some type of water. But it revealed a cross where the opening was. It was quite interesting. But just to cross-reference that with Sparrow, Jack Sparrow, he found the cross, the opening, which is the eye. He had to look through the waters to find the opening. That's okay. Interesting. I have to find that again. Let's keep going.
Meditation, Sputnik, Sparrow. Oh yeah, so just said that Sparrow.
I was gonna interject. So the macula is the part of the eye where all of the rods and cones are concentrated, and that's really where you actually see stuff.
Yeah.
So the fact that it would match Sparrow and it calls, and then it's also associated with Venus.
See,
that's pretty incredible. Yeah.
Nice. Oriole, in English, that matches hyaloid. It also matches Practicus, which is another AA grade. Estrum argentum. It also matches Jesus, Lucifer, Gematria, Messiah, Aurora, Masonic, Pupil, Owl. That matches in English, lens, part of your eye. Apple, Hadith, OTO,
Lens.
June,
Owl.
NATO,
Okay.
Nazi, lion, snake, apple, Inri, Shin, Akate, Ceres, Vis, Dollar.
Is that all Is that all with the lens? Is that what he's referring to the lens? Hold on, let me take that back a bit. Let me take that back. That's dope. 4916.
Matches in English, lens. It also matches Practicus, which is another AA grade. Estrum argentum. It also matches Jesus, Lucifer, Gematria, Messiah, Aurora, Masonic, Pupil, Owl. That matches in English, lens.
English lens from Owl.
Apple, Hadith,
Apple,
OTO,
June,
NATO.
Got it. That's what I needed to hear. Yo, let's keep going.
Nazi, lion, snake, apple, Inri, Shin, Akate.
Yo.
Ceres, Vis, Dalit. Eagles, English, matches Uvia, Athena, and Dallas. Cut the rest off. A bald eagle, even matches eagle. Hawks, in English, matches Placata. Flamingo, in English, matches ciliary, part of your eye. Rooster, in English, matches macula lutea. Swallow, in English, matches hyaloid canal.
Wow.
Vultures, in English, matches crystalline, which is also a part of your eye. And the hopo, in English, matches hyaloid as well.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
I thought that was very interesting how a lot of those parts that we just covered actually match parts of the eye as well.
I think you had said something about the vulture matched the Necronomicon or something, which I thought was interesting. Which I thought was interesting. Vultures only eat dead animals, and so it would match a grimoire like that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Let's see what she's doing.
Yeah,
okay.
that's pretty pretty fascinating for me. The fact that almost all of them match something to do with the eye, when in fact it's the eye that's the defining factor in these birds.
Yes.
She's
I
cold.
think birds
She's
and animals,
cold.
in a sense, I think all have important roles to play in mythology and occult symbolism. And again, birds, something special about them, different than humans, literally, is their eyesight. Occultism, cult, maybe there's something up with that. I don't know.
I think so too.
But then again, like I said, even if not, I'm sure this was just rather educational to begin with. So people in the chat seem to like it, so that was good.
Well, good. I'm glad that they like something a little different. Yeah. But I think it's interesting, for me, the electromagnetic wave spectrum having the correlation at dawn, and then the actual gematria mentioning the eyes. So
Yeah, and I would also people who are listening still now, before we wrap it up, I should have put it up on the top. I could have done it prior to the show. I got to start adding Cult Research Institute.org. I got to start adding the link at the top of the chat so people can click on it. But that is up and active now. There will be more people joining and more stuff being added to it for sure. But this is actually something I do want to take our notes from, and actually, hopefully within a week or two, something like this show will basically be put into format to read on the internet. So hopefully this will be, I'm assuming it would end up in the Signatures of Life section. And yeah, so if you want to kind of like read it or whatever and check it out, other stuff there could be extra stuff that we didn't cover that we thought maybe might have been like too much, and we'll throw that in there.
I think it's a good attempt to bridge science with some of the occultism symbolism. So,
well, no, I think there's other things, especially going forward. I mean, there's other things that me and you have talked about that, kind of like a weird science type, series thing that, like, every once in a while I would like to start touching on things that animals or certain things about biology that seems to show up quite often in artistic stuff and symbolism. I do think there's something up with that, and I do think it has something to do with them being different than humans for a specific reason.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other ideas that we definitely have thought about, and I'm sure we will get to in the future. So there will be some more informational episodes like this coming in the future. And thanks to Lisa, we wouldn't be doing it without her. So I mean, I can't even say like Lux could have done this. So what I'm saying? No, I'm saying literally. I mean, I couldn't have done this either. None of the other rejects that I have on oftenly. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely in your wheelhouse. So I appreciate you being able to bring this aspect to the show, because like, again, I really am under the belief that a lot of occultism really is science shit like this, that just who would know when we have a cell phone in our hand and we could be looking at other shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. I agree.
Why would we even think about looking stuff like this up? They're not going to tell you about it in school unless you specialize in something.
Exactly. That's true. That's very true.
So thanks again, and thank you everybody in the chat. There was a bunch of you in here, a bunch of you caught it too. That's what's up. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's why I went live. I assumed that I'd see the usual suspects in the chat adding like they always do. Slick, thank you very much. You've been dropping like crazy stuff in there today, like usual. Thank you, and everybody else. Yeah, so this one a little bit under an hour. Wow, I haven't done that in a while, but I guess that's a good thing though. It's an easy listen, something to let people just think about. Maybe go look at some of the stuff we talked about. You find out some other stuff on your own. But that is the end of another Occult Rejects, and until the next one, everybody be well. Late.
Brilliant. That was good stuff. That was good stuff. I enjoyed that. How you doing there, Pam?
Doing great. His content is really quality. I always enjoy his panels or his shows.
Yes, indeed. Every time I watch something, if I miss something, can I go over what I've missed of theirs. I'm like, oh man, I wish I was there. Oh man, I wish I was there. Like, so many things they was touching on. I could have, you know, left a comment, and they could have probably saw what I was trying to say. So yeah, it's good to know people like that, man, because we've got another build coming up with them, so we can get to express some more things to them.
Those are the type of people and energies we want to gravitate towards, because good things, you know, come from that, from when like good collaborations.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I knew they was gonna just light it up. I knew both of them. Brilliant. Good stuff. In the chat like that as well. How you doing, Max? Yeah, the chat like that. Yeah, that was good stuff. I seen someone, who was it, Jeebus or Sarah, rather. I agree, that was good stuff. Very good stuff. That's the type of stuff that keeps me, you know, going. Like, oh yes, more information, leads to confirmation. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of that. Where's my drink? Give me 2 secs. 420 if you got that. I see we lost Kai. He must have, reception must have been a bit touchy. And yes, my man, good stuff. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. That's what I'm really about. This type of stuff right here. This is what I'm really about, you know. This type of building, this type of information. This is me. I can do this all day long. The other stuff is extras. I don't really want to do it, but someone's got to do it. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe everyone can just see it for what it really is. But real eyes see real lies. Excuse me. Yeah, good stuff, no doubt. Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime. 313 in a place to be. Yeah, I can't wait to release some more content. Some new stuff again. But you never know with these electronics and these devices. They might just go down overnight. You wake up and you're like, whoa, should have got that message out sooner.
A lot of people are saying that's going to happen sooner than later. I'm not surprised, Jen 2 gone.
What's that? Oh, Jen. Okay, what's she saying? Holy moly, Bex is going on about being her own wife.
This was the girl going over to Paul's to ask permission if she could talk to Z.
Yeah. Exactly. Shows you the type of caliber you're dealing with, really. No backbone. Jellyfish. Gotta get permission and shit. Approval and shit. Oh man. The truth's in the pudding. That is all I can say. The truth is in the pudding. It's in the pudding. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, what's more interesting is the life these people pursue and rather take. You know, it's very, very disturbing. Very disturbing on many levels. On many levels, very disturbing.
If all the devices went down, some of these people would have nothing because their whole value and whole existence lies here in their metaversal attachments. I think that's going to be really interesting.
Exactly.
You know, when shit hits the fan, I'm still going to have people probably driving, you know, hours to sit at my table. But people like that rely on their devices and their metaversal attachments, they're going to be screwed.
Exactly. I mean, they tell you themselves, you know, they ain't got nobody. This is their friends, this is their people. So this was to vanish. Some people will be so devastated. Like, end of the world for them. End of the world. You know, the show must go on. The show must go on. Like, I don't know what they think. I really don't know what they think. Yeah, the show must go on. So, each to their own, man. Just let them spiral. All you can do is try to say, hey, you're spiraling, you know. That's what I tried to do on several occasions to many people. Hey, you're spiraling, be careful. Hey. Get the phone back in your face. Yeah, you can't lend a hand out in these streets. You chop it right off. Chop it right off.
Apparently.
Very interesting. What did what's his name? Z go live today yet? Has he gone live?
I'm not sure.
Let's have a quick look, see. Got the 3-hour mark, divert some people over to Z. Yeah. It seems like Z went live. Wicked. Yeah, cool. Okay. I got the pictures of what? Let's have a look. What did he say? Freemason. Where did that picture just go? Where did that? There you go. Nice. Nice. Some juicy information, right? What's it gonna tell me? The real people that used to live there, the real inhabitants. All of that juicy stuff. What the land's like underneath. All of that stuff. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, good stuff. Mm. 420 if you got that shit. Smoke up real quick. There you go. Blow that. So, not including the YouTube projects. What's that? What does that mean? Oh, okay. I got, okay. Working on developing skills and gaining knowledge. Okay. These types just waste time. Indeed. Indeed. To be honest, I was meant to go live, right, on the McLovin channel, but I was having troubles connecting that account for some reason. It wouldn't let me connect. So I was like, damn, shit. I wanted to go on that big channel, do some things over there, but it wouldn't connect. So I thought, let me open up the bar, come kick it, see what's up. Yeah, man, here we are.
I hope you get the technical difficulty straightened out with that.
Me too. Me too.
Looking forward to the next show on the main channel.
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
Because that means you got new stuff for us.
Exactly.
I know the game, London.
Exactly. That's it. But I was meant to do something pretty soon with the cult, but it's been pushed back again due to certain things he's got to deal with. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm thinking it would make sense if I kind of wait until that even pops up, then I got more to add to the build.
True.
Yeah, more to add to the build, so that should be a good look. That should be a good look, man. Yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Yeah, that's what I'm about. Them good builds with good folks. Good builds with good folks. Good stuff. Give me a second. Refill my cup. Smoothie juice. I've got so many smoothies in my fridge. I just gone smoothie crazy.
Nice. Fruit smoothies or?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, quality. What's he saying? Is that Sarah or Jeebus? Got him. Got who? Who you got? Who you got? Interesting. I think I had something else I wanted to show actually. Let's have a look. Where's it gone? Oh, actually, I wanted to take a look at some of things that are out presented as well. Yeah, snake around the world, around the egg, around the globe, which is the eye, which I've been showing you guys. What the ancients are depicting. Interesting. Bird, yeah. Bird and the serpent at that. I can see 1, 2, I don't even know how many snakes it is. It could just be the 1 or 2 there, but looking like 3 or 4. Interesting. I like that one. Nice one, Alki. Green. Why the green? Look, this one's green as well. I wonder if they're trying to tell us something. That green color. Celestial color, right? Bird. Parrot green. Maybe.
Well, green symbolizes fertility.
Okay. Like earth. Green and the blue. Earth, water, maybe. Interesting. I wonder who that is. He's got the triple crown on, as I can see, the triple crown. Interesting. Then you got the snake. Yeah, I see the snake around his body. Okay. And he's holding that thing. I forgot what they call it, but that symbolizes like the counter earth also. The ball and the cross. Through some of my research, that's also symbolizes the counter earth. That's interesting. Nice one out. That's good stuff. Respect to that. Respect. There was something else I wanted to show. Oh yes, this cosmic prison thing.
Recordings just.
Okay, let's take that back. Actually, where are we now this time? You know what? Yeah, let me close it down. Let me leave it for tomorrow or another day actually. I'm gonna show something from Mars, but I'll leave that for another day. Yeah, Pam, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Thank you once again for jumping up.
Well, thank you for opening the doors to the Rebuttal Bar.
My pleasure. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up.
Look forward to the next time, and much love, chat. See you next time the doors are open.
Cheers, Pam. Much love. Big up. There you go. Nicely, nicely. Much love, folks. Been a pleasure, man. Good stuff. Been good stuff. Bit of ups, bit of downs, you know how it goes. But I was loving that occult reject segment. Yeah, that was some good cooking. There's so much to look into with the birds, right? There's so many things to look into with the birds, the eyes, the sounds, the frequencies, all of that stuff. Nice one, Pam. Good stuff. What we got? Where's my music at? There you go. Hey, shout out to my good folks, man. Shout out to my good folks. Rise above that shit. Stay strong. Don't let them weirdos get to you, right? Don't let them weirdos get to you. Stay above that. All right. We'll keep vibing. We'll Keep vibing. I know it's love, right? I know they found love, but you know. Just keep vibing, keep vibing. Hey, I think my boy Z's gone live. Why don't you like head over to Z, man? Go check out Z. Give Z some support. If Talcott ain't live, then go show Z some support. Either Talcott or Z, right? Go show them fellas some support. Show them some love, some love. It's been a long day. I'm probably gonna pop in, say hello to Z. Then be getting the hell out of here. Just smoke another zoot. Chill the F out, right? See what Z's coming with. You see what Z's coming with. Hey, much love, much love. Someone throw, there you go. There you go. He may not be your flavor or he may be your flavor. You know, just to say London said hey. London said hey. There you go. Hey, till next time, my friends. Look after yourself. Love over war. You know the rest. Lay low.
Pussy, that's in the hate of them. Everybody suck your mum. Yeah, this year, if you're not on man's side, suck your mum.
I was born to be a boss.
Yeah, the real.
Yeah, we can do this shit live. Time is money, won't see me like BT. Late nights riding through the ends, trying to make it home. How me doing up ET? Remember when I lived that thing way back on the 140, had a BB. Nowadays, man, I move anti like a mom sister if you ain't with the GGs. I broke it. Baby, you be Einstein. I can offer you this, but these brothers cannot give you nothing. Lie, me loving. I remember when the only time you hear touch your button was the functions. Cali got it hard to function. 24th was in Junction. Alcohol had me wavy. Gang getting lit to my soul's like an 80. Trying to be bigger than Amy, but I ain't waiting round for my city to claim me. Lost someone made so many bangers, was out on the road with the top of like H3.
In a blood clot,
In my dance watching move. I was born to be a boss. Biochemical with the word race, so you know we racking up the tune. That's my haters in the room. I guess it's time to clear this mess up. But why you bringing in the brew? I'm a dead on my side, corn. Nigga, you step my spawn. Fake niggas don't look at my door, no. We'll knock them down like ginger. 20 million like Inter. Hope them boy they get off. Yeah, we can do this shit live. Time is money, won't see me like BT. Late nights riding through the ends, trying to make it home. How you doing up ET? Remember when I lived that thing way back on the 140, had a BB. Nowadays, man, I move anti like a mom sister if you ain't with the GGs. Yeah, we can do this shit live. Time is money, won't see me like BT. Late nights riding through the ends, trying to make it home. How you doing up ET? Remember when I lived that thing way back on the 140, had a BB. Nowadays, man, I move anti like a mom sister if you ain't with the GGs. I ain't got no time. You win and cut those ties. Family you claim to be, but snakes live on both sides. We see through that shit, but still they on my dick. Yo, shot like BBs, why they won't breathe me? Them I get spun like CD. Go, 10 toes on the road. Me, my brothers doing dashing, trying to make the money somersault. We be screaming for the competition. That's so Raven saw this in my vision. Fully loaded, yeah, we gets the clipping. Bitch, I'm about to finish what was written, yeah. Hey, tell me fam, who was smoke? Coming for the next choke. Remember when I didn't get paid, but now they wanna crack my shit like soap. If they ain't coming at me kosher, take them down like a poster. I got bigger plans, bigger things, they're listening. I say that grabbing my cojones. I feel all the love. Yeah, I see all the digs. That ain't brush the teeth. Niggas so talking shit. Why they try to tarnish me? No, you got tarnish shit. Coming like AJ 2 times, cause all the boy know is hit. Yeah, we can do this shit live. Time is money, won't see me like BT. Late nights riding through the ends, trying to make it home. How we doing up ET? Remember when I lived that thing way back on the 140, had a BB. Nowadays, man, I move anti like a mom sister if you ain't with the GGs. They ain't coming at me kosher, take them down like a GG's. Now say that reppin' my cojones.